EOMM is somebody else's patent. They legally cannot say that they use it.
Oh,
no shit, they said that.
Preach. But if your conclusion is the rank system sucks because of this, I can agree with that. But if your conclusion is this is what holds me back, that's just not fucking true.
Players have this logic where like they would rather punish themselves 99 times than let like one guy get carried that didn't deserve it.
You're saying Spider-Man mains are stunted? Like growth?
No.
I am.
Now you gotta ban Star-Lord, you gotta ban White Fox, you gotta ban Black Cat, you gotta ban Phoenix, you still gotta ban Gambit. Emma's now on the table for banning, and Viz is riding off into the hills laughing, got away with one. Cheaters running rampant. Fuck all y'all. Hey, at least we got a dinosaur though.
What's up, guys, and welcome to a brand new Clear Comms podcast. Today we're joined by special guest GragAlbert, the best Hulk player we have ever had on the pod.
Facts.
And today we're gonna talk about Season 8, baby. We got a new hero who's a fucking dinosaur, and we got a lot of buffs and nerfs. So, Captain Coach, where do you want to start? You want to talk a little bit about the tank, the new tank that got revealed?
Bro, me and Greg just got out of a couple hours of games. Holy shit, am I wired right now? We were
I saw y'all pumped. Y'all going the fucking Brawl Bros or whatever. The
Pain Bros was lethal.
Pain Bros?
Every
Yeah.
time. It doesn't matter who runs what. We just
y'all
punch
just
them.
sub out, sub in and
I
out.
was straight cortisol maxing through all those, barely to get scratching a 50% win rate at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was hearing what you were saying about Brawl being really strong and ranked. It does feel like that, especially like you said, not in the highest of ranks. Like Brawl just feels like you just get to enforce your will on the opponents. You know, you just get to.
Yeah, I love Brawl. I think another reason why it's really good, even at higher ranks it can be good, is because it's like guaranteed or I guess more reliable ult charge generation than like hitting a long range shot. Like a lot of times if people are looking to build their ult, like for example, compare playing Hulk and like waiting for your perfect moment to go in when their cooldowns are down versus the Hulk that's just sitting frontline spamming bubbles and punching. He's going to get his ult so much faster. And it's just like more reliable too and safer too.
Yeah, fuck this cooldown tracking, cycling. Just be in there, baby. Just get in there.
Them.
Get the fuck.
And then you get your ult in a second, and then you just.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like that's some of the games that I run down on Thor. It's like that, where it's just like you're just pressing fucking W key, and like you're just killing them. Like that's all you're doing. You're not trying to outplay anybody or anything like that. You're just trying to run them down.
Secret reason. Well, first of all, I just want to address we were supposed to have a support main on the pod this week.
Yeah, we were.
But they everybody in the comments, I'm sorry, but we got GragAlbert who's
we all met together.
I'm a Rocket main.
We
Rocket
said
Rocket.
They had some positive opinions on Invis, so we decided not to bring him on. You know. I'm just kidding. They couldn't make it. I actually reached out to 2 other support mains. Y'all just don't want to come on the pod.
They're so shy, man.
Yeah, don't be shy. If y'all
they don't come in game. They don't come on podcasts.
Any support main, you want them on a pod? Let us know down below. Hit up their streams. Spam them. Be like, come on the pod. We'll bring them on. We'll talk with them.
But the reason I brought that up was because we were talking about Brawl. I wanted to bring up the obligatory shit on support players. Brawl is like easier to heal.
We're 2 minutes and 50 seconds in.
Brawl.
Look, I literally got a comment the other day that was like, I love you, Mills. I love the pod, but y'all only shit on supports. I can't watch anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro.
Yo,
it goes there.
Yo, our supports have been good today. Greg, they have been good today. We've had some solid supports.
When we get them.
When we get them, yeah. But
literally, we lost 6 games in a row.
You scared them all away, Captain.
Where every single game, dude, every single game in all 6 of those losses, Coach and either Coach or myself or both of us were playing support. We just had, it was like there was not a single strategist on the entire server. And then finally, we just started getting 2-2-2 every game and winning. And it was like, oh, okay, that's easy.
Let's go. Yeah. Actual team comps. Let's go. We win games.
But yeah, I know we've already glazed him up, but just for anyone who doesn't know, GragAlbert, longtime friend of mine. I knew him in League of Legends. Turns out we both started playing Marvel Rivals unbeknownst to each other. Both ended up being Hulk mains. Both ended up climbing the ranks, man, and becoming like content on different platforms. So this guy is like it's like I'm looking in the mirror, man.
Yeah. It's crazy, yeah. I always tell Chad about that story too, just because the fact that we knew each other and then didn't talk for a long time and just happened to both literally be the same person, just parallel.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Sick.
Yeah,
that's actually sick. It's also sick that Greg, you're primarily like you're on short form, like mostly short form, and you're doing extremely well in short form.
Yeah, I would say. I mean,
And
honestly,
then Captain
lately
Coach is like the opposite. It seems like
yeah.
y'all are like on different platforms. you know?
True. Yeah, I just like the TikTok Live really went crazy for me. That's what it was. TikTok Live just went absolutely nuclear because at the time of Rivals coming out, I feel like if you were streaming live on an algorithmic platform, it was insane. Whether it was like the vertical shorts format or
Right.
TikTok or whatever it is, because
it's interesting because I don't Captain because you've never streamed like short form at all, right? Like period. You just only ever done long form. It's cool how y'all both found success, but y'all do
We
the
don't
same
intersect
thing, but
that
y'all
much.
don't have y'all don't have the exact same audience because you're like dominating different platforms.
Yeah,
Team
yeah.
hard carry, let's go. We're getting raids mid pod. Let's fucking go. Oh,
That was actually a sub. No, I mean Rivals
Oh,
is a
it's
great
not.
game, man. It's super fun. Well, it was. We got to go over the patch notes now.
it's over. Is it over? Wait. Before we talk about the patch notes, I want to talk about the dinosaur because we have a playable dinosaur now in season 8, which is just like insane. That I mean, that's a fantasy of everybody to just be a fucking dinosaur. I mean, I've had that fantasy since I was 5 years old to be a fucking dinosaur.
Can you
And
believe
it's-
people are complaining that he's like some weird character that isn't one of the like core Marvel IP characters? Like people are actually getting mad about. Like I feel like he's gonna be so popular.
yeah, who
no,
doesn't want to play a
100%.
dinosaur with a laser beam?
Yeah,
What are we talking about?
yeah. Like, what's the? I don't understand. Like, I saw someone make this point. I want to see if y'all agree. Like, you can't just have every character be the heavy hitters, because then a year from now, or even 2, there won't be any heavy hitters. Like, you wanna, especially when like Rivals made Jeff popular and Luna popular. Like these characters, even White Fox, like these characters could get comic books and movies and TV shows later down the line because of Rivals. We don't need to just go Doom into Thanos into fucking like every tier 1 fucking hero. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about?
I can't wait for a Jeff miniseries.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna watch the hell out of that. I only watch original Marvel IP characters. Jeff Luna miniseries.
No, it's crazy because when Jeff like pops out in a Marvel like Avengers movie one of these days, everyone's gonna lose their fucking mind. Like legit, like imagine if you're watching like a big bad and you just hear the Jeff ult sound, and like those who know, like crap, like they know what's
They
coming.
definitely got an opportunity to pull something cool with that. Yeah.
for
That's
sure.
great.
But yeah, I mean it's a new melee tank. I mean he does have a beam, but he's primarily just a big ass brawler, is what he is. Got a lot of health. He can get up to 1,600 health, is what it seems like from what I was watching a little bit. He has a melee, but he has to be turned around to use it. He can't because he uses his tail. Like you literally can't melee like facing somebody. You can chomp, but not melee.
Yeah, I
Hit
saw.
your melee button while facing forward, it'll hit someone behind you.
Yes, exactly,
Ooh.
exactly. But some people
That's
were
pretty
doing
cool.
some weave stuff with like chomp into melee, but then the 180ing really quickly to like actually like.
Oh wait! if
doing
he's
some
tech,
shit like-
I didn't think he would be techie like that.
That's cool.
Well,
That's cool.
we'll see. We'll see how techie that actually goes. It might end up being like just a super simple thing. I don't know. Once I get my hands on him, I'm gonna do like an unranked to whatever. Just lock him over the weekend and see what's up to figure him out.
I'm
always a good
definitely
idea.
going to give him a try. He seems like a response to all the ridiculous power creep in the game. Like it's like the tank response to all the crazy amount of damage, because the stats are just through the roof on this hero, and obviously he's like probably the biggest hitbox.
Yep.
To me, I feel like if this is kind of the future, what tanks are going to be are just these big like stat sticks. Like I'm here for it. I don't know. Like, if that's what it takes.
It's a tank. Like, that's a tank. It feels, it has that identity. It's not squishy. He's certainly not fucking squishy. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Just big as hell.
And
I
he
am
has
a little
things passive,
afraid.
right? Where he's not movable. I'm pretty sure he has that.
Does he have like a version of it? I thought I'm not 100% sure. I do know he can get CC'd though, like somewhat.
Yeah, he could definitely get CC'd, but I don't think he can get pulled off map or booped or anything like that. I think he has the same passive as Thing. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean
I
that would
don't know.
make
I might be
sense because if
mistaken
I
on
get
that.
fucking invis pushed off the map, as I'm just gonna crash the fuck out.
Dude, if Spider-Man could pull that dinosaur off the map, I would. Nah.
I mean, how are they gonna miss it? Like, if you miss a dinosaur pull off the map, like, just quit Spider-Man. I mean, that's the
Exactly.
biggest hitbox I can imagine. You ever feel like most shooters are just who clicks faster?
Yeah, like zero brain power, just run in, spray, repeat.
All right, so this one is different. It's called tier, and if you play it like that, you're getting deleted instantly.
Yeah, tier actually rewards thinking. You're controlling these heavy armored tanks, and it's all about positioning, timing, and how you angle your armor.
Like, you literally deflect shots just by how you're facing. It's not just aim, it's decision making every second.
And vision is huge. If you position right, you can spot enemies for your team while staying completely hidden. So it's not just fighting, it's information control.
Which makes team play way more important. You're not solo carrying by running in, you're setting up plays.
Plus, every tank is different. Abilities, tech trees, upgrades, you can really build around your playstyle.
And once you max a tank, you unlock these keystone upgrades that can literally change how the game is played.
Also, it's not just standard tanks. There's stuff like a VTOL that transforms into a jet mid-match.
Which is wild. It leans into that sci-fi side without losing the strategy.
And this is important. It's free to play, but not pay to win. No buying better ammo, no unfair advantages.
So every match is actually competitive. If you lose, it's on you and not your wallet.
If you want something more tactical and less brainless, Tier's definitely worth checking out.
Just be ready. It's not forgiving
At all.
So definitely check it out in the links down below. And once again, super special thanks to Tier for sponsoring this video.
I do think it's going to be good for the game, for the tank role. I mean, like as like a young boy, you're into like what, like one of four things. You got planes, trains, dinosaurs, or Britney Spears, and those are like the four. You know.
Yeah, my son doesn't talk a lot, but he says dinosaur every fucking time he sees a dinosaur. Like, that's the one thing he says.
He's gonna love watching you play that dino.
Oh no, he's gonna love it. I mean, yeah, no, it's insane. Yeah, it's a dream come true for a lot of kids, and I think it's just, I mean, it's just fucking cool. Like, what other hero shooter is gonna let you do that? Like, what other game, like competitive shooter, you get to play as a dinosaur? I don't know. I'm hyped. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a W. What about Cyclops? How do y'all feel about Cyclops coming second part of the season? Most likely will be a DPS. I think there could be a chance it's a support, but it could be.
I saw some. Luke the Ninja made a tweet. It was cracked me up, man. It's the cinematic. Have you guys seen the cinematic of Cyclops or the new one?
Oh,
I didn't actually.
Oh, you did see it?
Dude,
it's legit.
It is hype.
Oh
and
my god.
He's just doing like this hyper beam that's just coming from the sky. It's so cinematic, so epic, and it's like it's pretty obvious like he's going to be a damage dealer, at least in my opinion. And he's the comment is, "Oh my god, this is going to be the most insane tank ever." I legit saw that like that. Okay, that's good. That's really good.
No, that's.
I mean, I would take him as a tank, bro. I would take him as a tank. He easily could be a tank, easily.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. A double tank season would be wild. For some reason, I just feel like they just always want a DPS. Like every season, it feels like it's very rare that they don't have a DPS in a season. Now, I'm not saying they should. In fact, they probably fucking shouldn't. I would prefer other things. Of course, we all are tank mains on this pod, so we would prefer fucking tanks. But I kind of get it. I mean, it's like the most popular role. It's probably easier to make a DPS than a support and tank, and they definitely matter less, it feels like, mostly. Like, supports can break the game a lot easier than tanks do, you know? But
feels that way.
From like a selfish standpoint, I like having them actually be DPSs, new characters, because I feel like when there's new character tanks or new character supports, that's like when games are thrown the most early season. Because you have tons of people who never play the role, just hopping on to try the character, just throwing... But, like, a new DPS comes out, like, dude, every DPS is a thrower anyway.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
So, no, Captain Coach and I, we have to give credit to Rao, because he figured it out, and then we figured it out how to just go viral on X, Twitter now, just by slightly rage baiting everybody, and you can go viral on Twitter really easily. And I made one that just got, like, it just went viral that was like, if you're not a tank main, I better not see you locking the dinosaur or else. And everyone was like, who's going to stop me? It was like, oh, you're right. I'm learning Spider-Man. Like, I'm just trolling people, but it's funny. Like, because that's what always happens is, like, I feel like DPS players, they see a tank and they're like, oh, wow, that's so cool. And then they realize they have to be a fucking tank. Like, you have to like, do the jobs of a tank. And they're like, no, I can't just flank for the entire game or... you know, just do whatever the fuck I want now.
We had a Punisher and it was like a super close game, like super close. Like it came down to last fight, and everybody was screaming not to stagger the Groot, like keep them alive. And sure enough, I see my Punisher zip line in, tap him in the head, and then brag about his KDA at the end of the game. These are the types of people we're dealing with, man. Lowering your chance to win while farming KDA, then blaming people, like, practically writes itself. These DPS players need to be stopped, man.
That's a good combo.
Man, that team up though with Punny and the Dinosaur is sick. Being able to ride the Dinosaur on Punny, that's so cool.
Yeah,
I'm hyped about that. I think that's actually super sick.
Got to get Groot with rocket riding him, and then
the Dino with
I don't even just run forward and hold W. And that's
like looking at the Dinosaur, I have no idea what comp you even fit in. Like I guess I gotta put in a lot of hours. It's really hard to know. Like he could make completely different comps, or maybe Brawl. I got no idea.
I hope it's good. Like I hope it's actually good and not just like a meme one, like the Torch thing one or whatever. Like I hope. I feel like it will be. Yeah. Because they can tune it any way they want. It's just it's like how much damage. Because he gets the heals.
Reduction. Yeah, damage reduction and he just gets to ride on a fucking dinosaur. He's creating space. I don't know. It seems good.
If you're brawling frontline and you have a shotgun on your back, that sounds really fucking scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Insane.
You can't stand there. You have to leave immediately.
Sounds nuts.
You guys Hulk will feel good because you just exile the dino and then Punny just drops off him and you just eat him alive.
I have one more thing I want to talk about before we got into patch notes because you were talking about like Tank's ability to carry, and it kind of made me think of it. Greg, we've been throwing around the idea of giving everybody a bit more like control over the outcome of the game by adding potentially passive healing over time once you're out of combat for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, Overwatch has that, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I thought that was a good change in Overwatch. I don't know if it would be good it probably would be great in Rivals as well, but
because I don't know if you play any Tank Pool. Tank Pool has that passive, and it feels really good. It feels great actually.
I just wanted to get more Tank players' opinions on that, like if they'd be for that, or if there's any reason that I'm not thinking of why that wouldn't be something.
We haven't really found anyone that hasn't liked it yet, so we're gonna keep pitching it to people until we find someone.
I don't have any like bad notions about it. I guess other than like I don't know, it would change how much you have to rely on strategists, but that's probably a good thing. But I don't know.
It's kind of the idea.
Let's rely on strategists.
I could see somebody being against that just because like they might feel like it lowers the value of the strategists, and maybe it would make people less likely to play the role, perhaps even more than it already is.
You get to free. The idea kind of is you free up their agency, right? They don't have to. They could be like, "Hey, fucking use cover. I'm gonna do this thing." You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Which I think it probably feels better for them. Like they'll probably enjoy it more. I don't 100% know.
I think it would give everybody more freedom because now we're always. I mean, it might encourage gameplay loops where now no one's playing around supports, but maybe I notoriously
anything that encourages less than 3 fucking supports I'm down with. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Like anything that
passive healing could potentially reduce the value of triple support just by it being in the game too.
True.
Right, because they're fighting for that that support ult charge too.
100%.
Well, I would have one other counter to it, just to play devil's advocate, is like, there already is so much healing in Marvel Rivals, and a lot of people say that's like the biggest problem.
Yeah.
So if we add even more healing, it could go. Like,
I mean, imagine
a Psylocke. Imagine a Psylocke dives in, gets 1 HP, double dashes out, invis, she's back in 20 seconds, full health, doesn't even have to go back to her supports. Like,
right. I mean, you might be able to down the support like healing with this change.
That would be a good idea.
You would have to maybe do both. Maybe that means compensate them with more damage. I don't fucking know. I haven't thought that far ahead, but I do see what you're saying. And you could also maybe balance it like how many seconds out of combat would it take to trigger it? Yeah.
Those would be very important balance points that would have to be like fine-tuned for sure. But I think the idea is good. I like the idea of people being able to make their own plays.
Do you have any ideas for the game? Anything that you've wanted to talk about? And I feel like that's something we should probably ask more, Mills. Is like if people just have generic ideas or general ideas that they've always kind of wanted to get out, like just give them an opportunity. Like, is there something that you've always thought about that like you could see the game could improve from a change?
I mean, I always have like micro ideas for characters, of course, but I would say one of the bigger changes that I really would love is like separate queues. It could be bad for queue health, maybe, but I just would love if there was like a fully solo only mode and then a dynamic queue mode, and it was just like 2 ranked queues. One is doesn't matter what ranks you are, like just any group, any number of people, 5 people, 4 people, 6 people, at all ranks, you could just play with, it's like designated to play with people, and then have the other one be fully solo only. And I think that solo only queue quality and match quality would be absolutely bonkers great. And then at the same time, anytime you wanted to play with friends, you didn't have to worry about being in the same rank. You just swap over to the dynamic queue and vibe out.
Bro, I love that. I'm 100% for it. League does that.
Exactly.
I'm a little conflicted. I'm a little conflicted on that because I feel like duos, like being able to synergize with one person completely is a skill. Like that is a skill. And if those are the only 2 options, one of them is the dynamic. You know, you said there's like no rank disparity, right? So
yeah, like you just play with any group of people, and it's just meant for you to be able to like play with people you want to play with.
Right. I don't. My opinion on that is that that's for quick play. Like if you like, there should be one mode that's very competitive, and that like because in general, I think that the problem is NetEase doesn't even take its own ranked mode that seriously. Like it's not. Yeah. Captain Coach brought this up before. They don't treat it like it's like an actual ranked mode. There's like too much like training wheel stuff and like too much like silly rules and performance bonuses and all that stuff.
Yeah, it definitely feels a little mobile gamey like for the first few ranks.
Well, I mean like a solo ranked mode where you can't play with a duo. That is super competitive. That is a step in like the hyper competitive nature, but I think there's other things they could do first before they go that far. Yeah. That feels like I don't know. Maybe it would be fun though. I think I like to solo queue a lot, so I would probably. Or you could keep the dynamic. You could be a little more strict if you wanted it to be, so it could maybe more closely represent our current system. I just think the addition of like a completely solo only could be really interesting. And I'm biased because I did a solo queue only fucking decree on myself for a year straight. I did not duo with anybody for a year, and during that time, I just felt like I noticed like good things about myself being able to adapt more, not only just like with swapping. Honestly, I don't even swap. Like, I'm not even that. I don't have that deep of a bag. It's not even about swapping. It's more about like catering to other people's play styles, and I viewed that as like a unique skill that a lot of times I would see like somebody who clearly stacked their way there, or always plays with the duo, like not being able to be as flexible with new people around them. And I guess selfishly, I've always been like, man, I wish there was a mode where I could really show off how much of a people person I could be with anybody. Right.
Because everyone here is solo, and it's all about, at the end of the day, like, obviously, if there's a huge skill discrepancy, that's another question, but at the end of the day, if you're playing in a rank you deserve to be in, like, how well you vibe with your teammates can be the difference in, like, just motivating the team to work together.
Yeah, I agree.
I personally, I think the quality of games has done nothing but go down over season after season. I think in part of that, it's a lot of balance, but it's also the fact that, we got rid of stacking, obviously in lower ranks, but I would argue coordination really isn't the greatest in those ranks. Maybe I'm wrong. If you disagree, leave a comment. Like maybe you and your boys got a stack and you just run shit in GM lobbies and you don't play a lot. But I've always felt like the queues were way better quality with like 3 or 4 stack. Enjoyed the game way more that way. I don't know how you did it, Greg. Like how you kept your sanity, man. What's your advice to someone who is a solo only player trying to climb? Like, I mean, you kind of said it, but like, is there any like specific tips, like mental tips or like real life things that you do?
There's like a mental gymnastics that I developed during league days that I carried over to rivals. The main thing, basically, there's like 2 ways I could describe it. One way is like view the game as like a roguelike fun game where you're playing a single player roguelike, and sometimes you might roll a dungeon that has impossible boss that you're gonna lose. But like that, the fun of the roguelike is to see how far you could get, given your shitty parameters that you're spawned in.
Your teammates are NPCs. I got you.
Exactly. Or everyone, the enemy team and your team, they're all just, like basically background effects that you can't change. Because in reality, you can't change what other people are going to do at the end of the day. They're going to do what they want to do, and that's it. All you could do is like basically challenge yourself to have this fun, like, ooh, how could I maximize our chances of winning even though I have 6 DPSs on my team? You know what I mean? Like, you might not win it, you're definitely going to lose it, but you could find if you can manage to find some enjoyment in like maximizing your win con, even if it's very slim, That's like the only way to mentally get yourself through the solo queue. Like, you just have to like not even view it as a win-loss, like whatever thing. You're just in it to maximize your value under different circumstances and view that as a fun challenge, like a single-player game.
Well, you don't just like yell at people and make them adapt instead of you. I thought that's what you were supposed to do.
I do sometimes. Listen, it's easier said than done.
I do all the time.
Well, no.
It's a tough mental gymnastics to maintain. Sometimes I'm good at it, other times I'm not, but you know,
Hey,
I don't know.
you did
At the
it,
end of the
though.
day,
You
you
did
can't
it.
really control people. You can't
That's sick,
control
though.
people. That's the final lesson they have to really accept is most people just won't do what you tell them to do, and you can't do anything about it.
My thing is
sucks.
like when I don't feel like the rank system is that competitive, I'm really frustrated when there's stuff like you can't trio and celestial. Just add it in because it's like if the rank system is very competitive and they take it seriously and there's like all these no performance bonuses and all this stuff that make it competitive, okay, I understand capping it to 2 is competitive, is very competitive. But when the rank system doesn't even take itself seriously and then I can't play with my friends in celestial, I don't like it. I personally don't like it. I know you haven't trioed a lot, or even do it a lot, Greg, but trioing is so fun. But we just don't get to
Yeah,
do
you
it. We just
kinda
don't get
missed
to do
out
it. You don't get
on
to
that.
enjoy
I
it.
did. I was
Era.
kind of like sad about that. Because I thought I was gonna. You know what it was? I made the vow in like March of 2025, and like 2 weeks later, I was 2 games off one of them all. So I was like, dude, I'll do the solo queue challenge easy, and it just kept on happening every season. I'd get like 1 or 2 games off of one of them all, not make it, and I just got stuck, bro. Just got stuck.
But you got it.
We got it.
Got it done.
Yeah.
We got it done. We got
All
it
right.
done.
So
right. Yeah,
officially qualified now to give his hot takes on these patch notes.
Exactly.
All right, we're
Well,
gonna go ahead and jump into the patches. We're gonna go over each character, buff and nerf one by one, and talk about our opinions about it. And yeah, it's pretty much what we say is law. So don't even disagree in the comments. I'm just kidding. All right. Let's take a look. Okay. So we're gonna start with the tanks first, of course. Tank pool. So basically, the amount of healing that is provided to tank pool himself when he is ulting goes down from 50 per second to 25 per second. So it's half. And his primaries, now unupgraded, is going to do 34 damage per shot instead of 36. And upgraded is going to do 39 damage per shot instead of 42. How do y'all feel about this? I'll let you go first, and then I have a lot to say about tank pool because I basically one-trick him.
You want to go, Greg?
Sure. I mean, I think tank pool is the best tank in the game personally, and I do think these are pretty significant nerfs that are going to help keep him a little bit more in line with everyone else. But I still don't know if it's going to completely make him like not S tier. Just because I think the main reason he's so good is because he'll always get his ult first in neutral phase when you open up the game. Every time, just because he has a different kind of ultimate than every other tank. So when you're one of the tanks is getting their ult first every single time, no matter what, and then able to just run your backline down, I feel like it's really hard to balance that to ever be like fair. I think this is a step in the right direction though, because they're basically having his survivability with that healing provided. So I don't know. It might be enough. I will have to wait and see, but I just think that tank pool is very, very strong. No one can match his pace at all when it comes to ult generation, and if this is enough nerfs, then he'll be maybe bad. Like that's the thing. He seems like a binary character because of the way he's designed. Either his ult's not going to be good enough to take control, and then it's just useless, or it's good enough to run the fight, and then he always wins the first fight and snowballs from there. So I don't know.
I think this is a pretty good nerf. This is I feel like one of probably the bigger nerfs we've seen for heroes. I think this is significant. I think he'll still be a strong tank. I probably still S tier to be honest, but I actually think he'll be. This kind of puts him in line, I feel like, with other heroes now. I think he's now in the realm of like, okay, kind of balanced.
Yeah. Yeah. So most people know that I play tank pool a lot. He's like my most played character, and to be honest with you, he's still A or even S tier. He's most likely bottom of S. And the thing that's weird and the disconnect I think a lot of people have with tank pool is he still requires like aim like a bit, and players like that means that if you're not celestial, you're probably not able to really carry. But he scales so hard once you know how to position, you have good aim, you have like ult timing. Like once you start to get to high celestial eternity lobbies, like your team is walking backline with you and shooting what you're ulting, And you just kill everything, exactly like Greg said. You just build up ultimate so fast. And yes, you're less survivable, but that's not going to stop the invis from just self-destructing when you ulter first, right? I think that this does make him feel like we've talked about this before. When you get used to how a character feels, and then they get weaker and weaker, it feels kind of bad. Like this character is still gonna be good, but he's gonna feel bad. Like he's gonna feel bad to play. Before, like if you compare how much healing he gets now in his ults compared to what it was on launch, he was literally immortal before, like legit immortal. And now you can just fucking die. Like you have to have your cooldown. Like you could go in with no cooldowns and you wouldn't die, but now you probably need your bubble cooldown. You probably need some team pressure and to live or cover or whatever. And like poking is gonna feel really bad, especially if you don't have the mechanics to like hit some amount of headshots. His pistols are gonna feel kind of gross. Like it's gonna feel bad. That doesn't mean he's bad. He just feels worse than his old self, right? I agree with both of you.
Do you think he's still worth a ban now?
The problem, I think with Poole, he's still just so flexible. It kind of depends, because I really don't think that there are good tank pool players. Like at this point, all the good tank pool players are like pretty high in rank. He does help to enable like the Jeff team up. I think the Jeff team up with him is really, really strong, and it's still really, really strong. I think for a lot of ranks, it's probably not worthy of a ban, but I mean, at the highest levels, yeah, of course, 100%. Pros are still going to ban this character 100%.
Yeah.
There's just no way they're going to let him through. He's just too flexible. He fits into too many good compositions. And the most important thing is he's like the only tank that can mark Hela's, Jean's, Namor's, force them off angles. Like, you ain't doing that on most tanks, unfortunately, but you can do it on tank pool. So that's pretty much. Yeah, it's still high AS. Like,
I think it's a good change. It's a good change.
It's an actual nerf. Like, it's a real nerf to the character.
It's definitely. I definitely hope to see like tank pools that just initiate off rip actually die with this change. Maybe.
Well, they just run at you. That's like they should still have to actually play the game.
No, I agree.
Dude, the amount of times I'm just like playing, I'm like chilling, and then all of a sudden I just hear tank pool, and then I look, and he's literally in 5 people not dying. Yep. I'm just like, what is happening?
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do that to that level anymore. But I mean, like if he ults something and the Daredevil goes in with his ult, like everyone's still dying. Like like everyone, like you just need a little coordination. You're not Thanos anymore. But yeah, it's okay. I don't care. I'm playing Devil Dino. I don't care anyway. I'm not gonna lie. I've been expecting him to get really nerfed like this for a long time. I'm surprised it took him this long.
Took a while.
I think I'm excited to see how he feels.
Okay, so next up is Emma Frost. So Emma Frost, now the pulse fall off begins at 4 seconds instead of 3 after not hitting an enemy. So that's the beam. The beam like charge starts to decay, from my understanding. And
yeah,
then,
her having an extra second's huge.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a bigger buff than people realize.
Yeah, just more uptime, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then now you can reposition the shield every second instead of every 3 seconds, which I
That's
don't even know
also
why it was
huge.
at 3 seconds.
That
Like,
is
why was it
another-
at 3 seconds? Like, for what? And then now her diamond form and ult to give her a 25% damage reduction instead of 20.
Yeah, Emma's meta again, by the way, like hard meta.
I think so. I think
Hard
these are
meta.
really, really. I mean, I always think that Emma's kit is so good by itself that any little adjustments is like she's always just a stone throw away from being one of the best tanks in the game at all times because of how her kit's designed. I mean, she's a tank that has damage reduction and % max HP burst. That's very hard for anyone to deal with. And the fact that she has a shield as well, so she could somewhat combat long-range abilities. Unlike Thing is the only other one who can match those same description that I said, but Thing is just food for poke. Emma kind of is as well, but she has like a little bit of tools to deal with them, which paired with her other abilities is crazy.
Yeah, she's a tank that beats other tanks, that has better tools than other tanks do to deal with all the other like range heavy damage.
Bullshit.
Like the damage reduction back to 25% is a much bigger buff than people realize too. I mean, we saw back when she lost it how much her win rate suffered. It's because the sustain in the game is so high that people with damage reduction effects like this and like Thing, their effective health is just so much greater, so they can apply pressure at the most key moments harder and like easier than other
That's
heroes.
A good point. That's a really good point.
And it's just we saw it with Thing when he lost it. I would like to see them give this to Thing and shift power away. I'm okay with the buff back to 25%. I'm okay with that. But I still think they should have shifted her power out of the Mind Crystal, make her less oppressive against tanks, make her maybe able to kill squishies through something other than just like grabbing them and one-shotting them. I think the fall off, I actually think these are good Emma buffs. I just wish there was some compensation somewhere else because I think she's going to be overpowered now.
I just hate her crystal. I've always hated it, man.
My hot take is so
the
like
crystal.
everyone in 7.5 and 7, people were talking about Emma like she was like the worst character in the game. Like I watched a whole bunch of people's tier list, a whole bunch of people talking about it. Oh, everyone's terrible right now. It's like even before these buffs, like Emma was not unplayable. Like even if you thought she was bad compared to a lot of other tanks, she's certainly not bad compared to half the DPS in the game. Like she never has been.
Yo, can I run some? Like, does it seem like this hero in particular gets way more attention than other tanks? Like, what is that? Am I crazy and thinking like she's got to change every patch? They want her to be good for some reason. I can't for the life of me figure out why. She does have a nice skin though. Yeah, she has a really big that new skin she's got. Her ass is like sticking out. That's crazy. I can't believe they're showing all that. I thought this was a kid's game.
No cape.
Hey.
Yeah, no cape.
Did y'all see the new Magneto, Thor, and Rogue skins? Jesus Christ. They know their audience.
They're not.
They know their fucking audience. Hey, yeah, that's why I'm glad. Like I'm glad. We ain't beating around the bush. Like we don't need to be shy about it.
I think if you're a Brawl player, Emma's a ban-worthy hero again. I think she's right to the top of your bans. If you play Thing,
It's tough to deal with.
If you play Brawl, you're gonna want to get this hero off the board.
Well, I think Venom is still going to be really good this patch, like extremely good, considering none of the dive DPS got nerfed and neither did the dive tanks. Like Emma's still not that good against Venom. He's not that good against Venom, mainly because you can always just disengage her a diamond form. That's why. Like it's
her diamond form's cooldown is higher.
Way
than
too
most,
long, and you can
divers.
simple swing out of it. Like bad Venoms are going to get grabbed by it every single time, but like Emma, if she's combined with like Invis and Thing and like all this bullshit, yeah, sure. But like by herself, it's actually really hard for her to set the terms on a character like Venom because he can always just dip out whenever he wants. He can just leave. Like the second she pops the diamond, he's gone. You just simple swing out and you're back in, and you just have like so long to fight her, and she can't do anything about you like at all.
I mean, do we all realize here that she's stronger than when she was initially nerfed because they left on the damage reduction during her ultimate, so now she doesn't have to pre-diamond to get the damage reduced. Like I don't know. I think this is just like a stupid change, and it makes no sense. It really bothers me.
I mean, she's not quite launch strength, right? Because launch strength, her cooldowns were really low, from what I remember.
Yeah, she also
she is
strong. Kicks in diamond
She's
form
definitely
too.
strong. Well, we'll have to see because I'm just wondering how Emma Frost lines up against the dive. Like I think we're in a dive meta mostly, and I just wonder how she lines up against that dive meta.
I think
like,
if
how
you're
does
good
she
at
line
Emma,
up
she'll
against
be...
the Daredevil, Black Cat, Venom comp? Like, does she actually line up good against that comp? I don't know.
I think so. I mean, I was going to say, I think the main reason, in my opinion, why Emma's been weaker lately isn't even because of her stats or changes. I think it's just because of how dominant, like, I know we're kind of been in a dive meta, but at the same time, like, yes, it's a dive meta, but there's also, like, 3 or 4 outlier, like, hit scan DPS that are just ridiculous.
They're always broken, right.
Like Phoenix Hella, and even, like, Star-Lord Psylocke as well. Like, and all those characters... Like, they just shit all over Emma. Emma's just, like, sitting there getting pelted from 30 miles away with no agency whatsoever.
Well, none of those characters got nerfed. In fact, 2 of them got buffed massively. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So that's the only I mean, I'm not fear. I don't want Emma Frost to be meta. But that's the only thing that I think could maybe keep her in check. She definitely does have... There are some matchups that are really frustrating to play Emma into, or play into Emma, right? Like, certain characters.
Yeah,
I hate playing Thor. I hate playing Thor into Emmas. I hate it. Because unlike Venom, I can't dip way the fuck out. I can dash once, and that motherfucker can grab me through. Like her little grab is so far. Like,
and I'm pretty sure she's gonna be able to choke slam the Dino, by the way, which is gonna look so goofy. But I guarantee you, she's gonna be able to choke slam the Dino.
Fucking A. Maybe she is a Ben Cap. Just.
I think she is.
Maybe she is
for Brawl at least.
Yeah. She's gonna be the only one who's gonna be able to shut him down. I'm telling you, it's gonna be annoying as fuck.
The next character, pretty small, maybe buff.
Yeah, don't worry, guys.
The Thing got a 50 HP buff. The Thing.
I mean, just like Coach was saying, every bit of HP, when you look at it under the lens of damage reduction on top of it, like 1 HP is equal to like 100. because of like how much damage reduction and with how much healing there is, buying you more time to get healed. Like an extra 50 health is like an effective 400 health.
Did
with
this
all that
hero
damage
need
reduction.
buffs? Like, who the fuck asked for this? Thing
don't
is
think
good.
so.
Like, he's good right now. Like really good right now on live. I mean, it's not like it's not like an insane buff. Like, they could have done some crazy stuff, but what's the point of this?
I mean, it lets him stay in longer. It's a bit more forgiving when he full commits. I think this is like not. There's worse ways to buff Thing. I don't think this is terrible. 50 health obviously is like not as significant on a high health hero as it is on like for like 25 health on a 250 target. So 50 isn't like a ton, but it's gonna help.
I don't understand their mentality though. Like that. Like that's my. I'm trying to get at what is their like if they're deciding to buff Thing, but why? Like what's the catalyst to decide to buff Thing?
I could see it. Maybe they're just like, oh, Thing feels really good, but then if they have one poke character on their team, you feel like you're feeding.
You
So
still feed.
I actually know why.
You're still not good against those comps.
Yeah.
I actually know why they gave him this buff. Like I know exactly why. It's because they're giving Ben's rocky exterior a buff so he can soak up more pressure during prolonged frontline brawls. Didn't you read the pass?
Like,
Oh, sorry.
I'm just trying to understand because my argument. So like, even though the CC change like does hurt Thing every once in a while, I think because of the shift to hypermobility in 7.5 and the like 7.02, I think Thing has actually been better these past 2 seasons than he has been in the past. Like I actually feel like Thing has been in a better place than he's been in a long time. You can't play him against these like all in poke comps, but like you just don't play him in against these all in poke comps. He's kind of like you just whip him out when he's good.
Greg looks like he wants to say something. We've been running the gamma thing all day, baby.
Yeah, no, we've been popping off with it. And the thing is, yeah, like Coach was saying earlier, if you brawl together, he could be very, very effective with like 2 tanks having damage reduction, or 2 tanks being in there and applying the vulnerability.
Thing
Dino could be insane.
Wait.
Yes.
Thing Dino Hulk triple brawl. Let's fucking go.
Yo,
I mean,
down.
With speed boost from Mantis. Let's fucking go.
Oh yeah, and if you play Dino, by the way, you're definitely gonna want to ban Emma. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And
probably Thing too.
But here's the thing. If you get grabbed by Emma, like she's not gonna be able to kill you, right? You're like, how much health do you have on Dino? Like that. That's kind of a funny
the time of the duration of the CC.
But
like,
to me, it's funny. Like characters that have so much health that it's like I don't give a fuck about your CC. Like I'll be stationary for 3 seconds. I ain't dying. You know, that's kind of interesting to me. It's like we're not gonna give you ability to outplay these things. We're just gonna give you enough HP to just not give a fuck. I don't know.
I mean, they might need to give him more HP though, because like look at Hulk. A Hulk ult. If you Hulk ult in front of 6 people, that 1550 HP doesn't feels like 4 HP, bro.
That's fair.
Yeah,
and that's just gonna be Dino's reality at all times. So I don't know. He might struggle a lot, bro. We'll see. We'll
have to see. It's definitely gonna.
He does have the bubble though. He does have the giant bubble. That's gonna be huge for him.
I honestly don't hate this Thing change. Like I actually think it's fine. He does get bursted out. He's a bit more forgiving. Like I'm not opposed to like a little micro adjustment like this.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I won't hate a Thing meta. Like I like Thing. I think Thing is cool.
Yeah, like I don't think this is gonna make him OP. It probably helps him out in like tough matchups.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, that's all we have for Vanguard. So any thoughts about the fact that there's only 3 changes for Vanguard? Any strong thoughts? I'm surprised that we didn't get a lot of nerfs. I'm surprised that only Tank Pool got nerfs. I'm surprised no Venom nerf. I'm surprised, like honestly, no Thor nerf. I was really expecting Thor to be on the chopping block, to be honest with you, and he's not. I'm cool with it because I'm probably gonna play him a lot more after this.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see maybe like a Groot nerf potentially.
Yeah, he's probably needed a nerf for a while.
Maybe Venom
like,
a little bit. Strange
Hulk
team up makes him pretty good.
Just got him. No, I'm kidding. Hulk's fine.
But don't worry, guys. Thing gets 50 health. Star-Lord gets 50 ammo.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I ran the numbers on that shit too. We'll talk about that a lot in a second. But I honestly think the tank role is this. He was the only outlier in my opinion, like the true outlier. I think the tank role is pretty balanced right now. I think it's pretty like there's not really a bad tank. Like maybe Penny, but she's still good on certain spots, and all the other tanks are reasonable.
Yet there's like tons of Penny players who are like flooding top 500. You know, she's still. Yeah, what's up?
We'll talk about it later, but Rogue. I mean, Rogue didn't get any changes, neither did Gambit. We'll talk about that when we probably get to the Gambit section, but that is probably something that should have been addressed. But
One thing I would have liked to have seen from the patch notes regarding tanks is like just something about tenacity. I don't know what. It would have been. It's just like I so far universally. Tell me if you guys feel differently. From every tank player I've heard from, everyone like universally agrees that we don't really notice getting tenacity like ever, but we see it being applied to our targets often. So I don't know if that's like a universal tank experience, but it seems like enough people feel that.
I don't really notice it like hardly ever, except for randomly when it annoys me. Like that's like I honestly feel like we could just get rid of it, and I think nothing would like
remove tenacity,
just
rework it.
Exactly,
or just don't even put that effect in the game. I don't really think we need that effect in the game. If you have a problem with CC, let's nerf some of the really long forms of CC.
Yeah.
Tenacity is a buff to everybody and a nerf to like 3 or 4 heroes, and all those heroes happen to be tanks. Congratulations.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you needed to address something.
You completely failed.
Tanks. They needed to address something. Like maybe they could have made
complete failure.
Complete failure.
Tanks.
Wait, that's
tanks
wait.
that's
gonna be the title of the video. I'm gonna put that on the thumbnail.
I have a video. I talked about it last pod. I said all my ideas how to fix it. They just want to like conveniently not put them in the notes. I will crash that. We haven't even gotten to the bad stuff, Coach Mill. Like don't get me started.
Yeah. No, I think
cortisol's already capped right now.
Changes are kind of fine.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen something to addressing tenacity because it does feel like a failure at a system.
I agree. I agree 100% with y'all. Okay, let's talk about Iron Fist. So Iron Fist Jeet Kune Do hits now reduce the cooldown of his block by 1.2 seconds instead of up from 1 second. And his kick first strike damage goes from 35 to 40. What do y'all think? They said that they're sharpening his martial arts, increasing his burst potential, smoothing his combos. What do y'all think?
I have thoughts, but I mean, Greg, you want to go?
I think the cooldown reduction on Dragon's Defense. What's the total? Do you know the total cooldown of Dragon's Defense by default?
It's like I think it's like 10 or 12 or something like that.
Okay, because 1 second to 1.2 could be gigantic depending on the Iron Fist player and how well they're able to like make use of that.
It's probably gonna feel like a lot, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
because when Iron Fist has his block up, he can make so much space. It's crazy, dude. He gets the block, and then he gets like the overshield, and then he's just punching, and it's really, really hard. And he gets more mobility because he's punching so fast, and he could use it for mobility. So every time he gets a block off, it adds so much value on the character. So I do think this is a good change. I don't know if it's going to be game breaking or anything like that, but I know a lot of Iron Fist mains have been hoping for a little nudge in the right direction, and this seems like a nice buff that might help.
Yeah, I think the Iron Fist players are definitely going to be happy about the increased damage on kick. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the kick actually has bonus damage to lower health targets, correct? So that 5 is actually multiplied at low health. So it's actually true. It is significant. Like, I don't let Iron Fist trick you into saying it's not.
Cooldowns of Dragon Defense.
I'm talking about the kick.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I'm just trying to read. Okay, I see.
But
so
if you were
to reduce it by 1.2, gotcha. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I understand this fully.
An argument I've seen from Iron Fist on like an Iron Fist main I follow on X is that you're never going to get a second parry with the way like the current loop where you go in shield jump but my argument would be like, well, now you have more options to potentially parry earlier in fights because you'll get a second one and you can stay in a lot longer. So I think this is over. I agree with Greg. I think this is a good change, and I think that kick buff is actually a little better than people may think, because I think he needed assassination potential in squishies. Will this give him enough? Probably not. But do we really want an Iron Fist meta?
Kick most of the time is used to disengage, and like we've talked a lot of Iron Fist players. They want him to get his ability to like actually fight squishies back, and I don't really think this does it. This probably makes him really annoying to fight in long drawn out fights because he just gets so much more uptime. Like, 0.2 seconds every single hit extra to his block. Like, any fight that he's getting multiple blocks off, maybe, like, the ultimate stalling fights. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I don't really
I feel like
think
we need to see somebody testing the damage threshold with that kick damage, like seeing, does it make the difference between one-shotting, like, with a certain combo? You know what I mean? I would like to see that info, and then also for the block, like, how much of his block will he get down? Like, when he does a block and then goes into the super fast punchy, all those super fast punchies are going to be reducing the cooldown, right?
No.
Or
no, it's the slow punch.
Oh, the slow punch only? Okay.
Yeah, I think the best buff for Iron Fist is just a nerf to other DPS heroes, which, sorry guys.
Yeah. Also, like, please, Netties, just this guy his identity should not be hitting tanks. Can we please just give him a flat damage? That's it. Just make him flat damage. Like, I know my ass is going to get fucking beat up on this goddamn Devil Dino because this guy does fucking percentage damage to my ass.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I'm sitting at max HP.
Wolf and Iron Fist are
like,
gonna
why the
eat
fuck
you.
is that this guy's identity? Like, come on, man. I don't understand.
I mean, I don't hate that it's his identity. I mean, maybe it could be another
do.
character, but I think it's also worse though to like only have one character that has like, you know what I mean? Like if Wolf's the only tank buster, I feel like it's weird. Then it's just like ban Wolf and
you know
tanks
who's
run the
also
game.
a tank buster? Fucking Jean Grey. Like
That's true,
every
that's true.
Punisher, like every fucking character that can
You're right,
shoot
you're
a
right.
gun, like they all are tank. Bucky, like they could. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bitching. I don't know.
No,
No,
you're
that's a good
right.
point. That's a good
You're
point.
right. Preach, King,
Preach,
preach.
preach.
Oh, let's talk
This is
about
therapy, man.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Tank
Let's-
therapy.
Let's talk about Mr. Fent, because these are some crazy buffs. So first is primary stretch punch. It's 70 damage instead of 65. Now he doesn't have the movement slow effect anymore when he bounces to people, but he gets it every 6 seconds. He gets a charge every 6 seconds instead of every 8 seconds. And his ultimate costs 300 less. So
Very nice changes for him. He's gonna feel
yeah.
good. I love that. I think that movement speed reduction is like it doesn't even matter because yes, it can help on engaging and chasing down targets, but like sometimes you got to use your hip thrust on an ally to shield them. So this just getting that reduced cooldown to have the like currently it feels bad using it on an ally because you're like missing out on some of the value of the ability because you're not giving anybody a movement speed reduction. But now they're taking that away. And they're making it just have a lower cooldown. You're gonna feel like more flexible with the ability, use it more often.
Plus,
I feel like
it charges up his big body mode too, like when he does it. So he's gonna have a lot more uptime, like just in general. He's just gonna be way more active.
I think this character alone might just make Brawl like the meta comp.
He might. He might be really good, like really
Imagine
fucking
Dino,
good.
Hulk, and Mr. F all bubbled running at you.
Yeah, no, like.
I think this is a really great change too because they kind of take away the unfun parts about playing against this hero, which is all just the random CC. I mean, I guess you're getting your back shots up more, but yeah, like Greg said, you're kind of encouraged more to use it on your teammates, which I think is kind of what. It's really not the best way to play Fent. I think the best way is you pressure backline and actually kind of dive on him.
Yeah,
it
a
seems
little
like
bit,
Because he's just an unkillable dive character, dive tank character.
My fear here is he's obviously going to be way better, but I feel like we're close to getting to that point where he feels almost uninteractable because like let's say we made that cooldown 4 seconds instead. There would never be a window to kill him, like ever, between his Dorito mode, big body, ultimate, and then double, like getting a charge every in, out. Like he would literally be never killable, and he's kind of close to that right now. And also his uptime's going to be so much higher, and his ultimate's cheaper. I feel like he's going to build his ult like crazy fucking quick.
And he gets his ult. Yeah, I mean, he does more damage, and like that 5 damage adds up when you're cleaving people.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna get it so quick. You're gonna be able to ult off tempo, which is kind of like why Hulk became really good, is because that buff to his shield just got to the point where you can get it like when or right before support sometimes ults if you're playing well. Like I think Fant can actually have his own individual carry that isn't just him like stalling forever. Like I think he'll actually be able to like make his own plays and have them work. Because I think most fans will just
Gallus
wait.
on. We should have Gallus to talk about this. I bet you he's over
Yo,
the moon. With
let me
these
hit him up.
changes.
Maybe we can get him on right now. I'll hit him
That's
up.
actually interesting. Let's see what if he's around. If he has something to say. He's probably sleeping because he's in wakey.
I just messaged him.
Okay. That'd be actually hilarious if he just pops up. But no, this is like Quackley. I'm like horrified of running into that guy in ranked now. Like this change is gonna be insane.
And we got a little flack for kind of glazing over fans on the last podcast we did.
We do glaze over him a lot.
Yeah, some heroes don't get the right amount of love. What about console, man? So I actually know the rank 1 Fant on console, and man, that like he got like top 20, I think, on the character. That was like before these changes. So I mean,
he's gonna be fucking Dan. Like
Do they even care about console balance?
This might make this character double. Like, this is like almost. This is like one of the biggest buffs I've seen. Like, this is so huge.
Yeah, it's big.
Insane.
It's a good buff.
Big buff. Yeah, that ult chart. He's going to be getting his ult. So I think your point about the tempo ults is huge. He's definitely going to be just getting his ulting right away, and you're either going to get walked over, or you're going to waste a support ult on his little fucking dumbass ult.
Give this fucking really guy the Mantis damage boost, speed boost thing. Like, make him
speed boost on him is going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy, and the extra damage. Like, he might beat everyone to ult. Just fucking like.
Yo, wait.
Like, yeah, there might be a strat cooking up in here, like an all-in brawl strat. That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, you just made me think of one. We get Fantastic and Fridge, and then we give him Mantis Speed Boost, the new one, the 100 movement speed. We give him Jeff Bubble. We give him Storm movement speed. We give him Gambit ult, and then we give him Mantis ult. Did I miss any? Please, I need this.
No, Cap. You need to pick up this hero, bro. Like you need to have this hero in your bag.
I have like 200 Fent gear. I used to play this. I love this hero.
He's the only DPS I play,
I think he's actually going to be. Oh, really?
Yes.
No, he's going to be legit. He's going to be legit.
We play the same characters.
Yeah, we all. Y'all are legit the same person. I'm not going to lie.
Parallel universe.
Yeah, one of these days we'll just have Greg sit in for Captain Coach, but just not tell anybody. Like in the pod.
You grow a mustache?
Yeah. I'll try to get the look down. I'll get some glasses. I'll get my hat on. It'll be perfect.
There you go.
All right, so the next change is Moon Knight. His hook is now down from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. What do you think?
I think 2-3 years down the road, we're all going to be sitting playing Marvel Rivals, where Gambit ult gives you 1,000 damage boost, like 5,000 movement speed, and we're gonna think to ourselves, where did it all go wrong? How did the power creep get this bad? It's little micro changes like this that just happen over and over and over. 50 health the thing.
Eventually, like if you want Moon Knight to keep up, he's gonna have like a 2-second grapple cooldown. Like,
yeah, he's just gonna be zipping across the map like a fucking Hornet, or like it's not gonna be real.
I don't know. I don't like these kind of micro buffs if they're not needed. You know, I think Moon Knight's been fine. Like, I think he can add value in very, very like specific conditions, like more than anybody else. Like, for example, anytime they're running triple tank, I feel like Moon Knight's insane. And I don't know, I just feel like his damage flood, like when you have that Moon Knight damage flood on the front line, it's almost like a skill check for your team of like, can they balance the damage flood while also multitasking to either flank or deal with other things? And a lot of times the answer to that question is no. Like, if you don't have a Doctor Strange sitting main just blocking all of his damage for like 80% of the game, you just lose to Moon Knight sometimes.
I mean, I feel like if you're losing to Moon Knight though, like it's someone's fault, like big time. Like, cause like think of all the best characters: Star-Lord, Psyche, Daredevil, Black Cat, fucking Venom. Like, are we really losing to Moon Knights? Like, are we
well,
really?
Yeah, exactly. This to me looks like a change directed more at probably the higher ranks, because I think most people below like Celestial ban this hero, right? Like, he's a pretty popular ban.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
So to me, which is kind of funny to me because they. Like he's getting a buff, and they like everyone everyone's banning him in the lower elos, but he's getting a buff. So
yeah, so people just walk main, and
I 100% agree with you. It has to be high elo. It has to be.
So I'm thinking like, okay, what's their overarching design philosophy? Like, what are their goals with the game? We've seen buffs to Fantastic, a character that struggles in high ranks. Buffs to Moon Knight. You know, maybe Emma.
Thinking about higher elo. Okay,
right?
I mean, nerfs the tank pool.
But then you go to Phoenix. It's completely the opposite. It's completely the opposite.
Yeah.
And that's I wanted to segue into that because it makes no sense. Makes no sense.
Okay. Let me lay out the changes for Phoenix. Okay, so
I'm gonna piss real quick.
Okay, all right. So her direct hit damage goes up to 55 from 50, but now the marks explosion does 35 damage instead of 40. So their justification for this is if someone has one mark and then you ult them with Phoenix Ult, it's not going to just straight up kill them because it doesn't do enough. It doesn't do enough damage altogether to kill a 250 HP hero.
And that's been a very long time bread and butter combo of Phoenix. Like, you have your ult, you literally just dive bomb into the back line, you hit one left click at anybody, and then you just insta ult. You have the iframe, you kill them.
My big problem is like, very good how many fucking heroes even have 250 HP? Like how many heroes? I mean, it feels
not that many
like
anymore.
Very few, and the ones that do, they have a way to give themselves healing or damage reduction. Like, So
True.
like I don't really, that justification feels kind of soft to me for just buffing her damage.
And also,
Straight
like,
up.
it says that you can't one-shot, but, like,
Yo.
the damage you get from marking them in the first place, from the on-hit damage being buffed, won't that put them in the kill range still anyway?
Yo, Gallus just hit me up. I think he's down to come on and talk about the fan changes.
You have the,
Hear
you
his
can send
thoughts on
that same
Fent.
link. You
Yeah.
can send that same link.
We're doing a live podcast, Gallus. We wanted to get your thoughts on the fantastic changes, and you're welcome to hang out if you're around.
Come on, bro. Let's go.
You are welcome. We just got done
I like how I
fantastic.
just-
He's in chat right now.
like how he responds. I said, wakey, wakey. He said, hello. Bye, bro.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's go. Surprise.
When
surprise
Grag was
edition.
on the first time, he came late, and now Gallus is doing it when Grag is on. This is crazy.
Let's go. Hey,
Perfect.
we're just getting started. We're just hitting the good stuff. The
Yeah,
stuff
the-
we're about to bitch about.
We're about- We're getting
it's just
there.
getting started right now.
I had to ramp up my rage
Like
properly.
for those of you who are have been listening on a second monitor, the pod starts now. That was just the preamble. That's just the intro. Okay, we're actually starting. Oh, yeah, Gene fucking Gray. Let me hold off what I'm gonna say because I'm sure Gallus would have quite a bit to say.
Wait, we had Gallus as a guest before, right?
We did. It was a long time ago, but we did have him on.
Yeah. He was one of our first guests, I think.
He was, yeah. I knew I wanted him because we had Rao the Twitter rage baiter and Gallus is the TikTok rage baiter. You know, like everyone is a master of their craft on each platform. And
That's funny.
Captain Coach is a ranked rage baiter. And
I'm like Batman. I go after the villains.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm the Batman of rivals. If you got beef with me, congratulations. You're a bad person.
It's funny you say that because I've said the same thing before.
crazy.
I've literally said that exact word for word.
I'm in character. Playing character.
Yeah, yo. By the way, we're gonna use this moment, this intermission, to say smash that like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 10K subs, and we would really appreciate y'all smashing that subscribe. Also, check out GragAlbert on TikTok, on Twitch, on OnlyFans.
Crazy.
And yeah. What comes next? There's Gallus.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh,
Hello.
Let's go.
Hey, hello.
There he is.
Welcome in. Surprise guest Gallus out of nowhere.
we got the crazy Gallus pull here.
Yeah, we just went over the Mr. Fent change and we're like, we needed Gallus. Like, where the hell is Gallus?
Oh yeah, straight up. Yeah, I was gonna ask you to catch me up. I was outside, like, having a really late breakfast, and I never get my Discord notifications. They just like don't come through, and this time they just did. It was like when I put on the bar, I'm like,
there it is.
Yes!
there it is.
Love it.
I was like, you might be asleep because I know you don't live in America. So I was like, oh, you might be asleep, but I'm gonna add him anyways. Let's do it.
no, it's actually midday. I just got up late because I was.
Oh,
streaming last
nice.
night.
Oh, perfect. All right, so we have another. We actually might have a fifth person randomly joining, but for now we'll just keep trucking on. Let's go back to Mr. Fent. So our general kind of summary of the Mr. Fent changes is that we thought it was actually really good. It makes his character like quite a bit better. What do you think? What's your opinion on the Mr.
I
Fent
was overall pretty good. Yeah. I think in terms of like what they're trying to do with him, this is probably the most straightforward way to do it. In just making it more viable. My concerns with this hero are always that low ranks kind of think he's OP, and he kind of just runs it down in big mode. I didn't like when they removed the bonus health from him because that actually just makes him better in some scenarios at running down main and just getting heal slop. And any just like flat numbers buffs will keep compounding that issue. So I've always wanted stuff that helps him at the skill ceiling. In terms of stuff that they've actually done, though, I don't know how much his little forms damage is going to affect him in low ranks, really. The big one is probably actually the backshot cooldown. That is crazy to say.
Yeah.
But like that's his entire, like, his cycle of being active in a fight. Like, all of it is in his elasticity and that cooldown and maybe his like fridge mode block form.
Right.
And that's probably going to be the big, like, maybe wild card, because I think with 2 seconds off the two charge cooldown with that will be like, I don't know if that's like sleeper super good. Yeah. But like, look, man, overall my vibe on it is pretty good because his ult is terrible. I feel like his ult is something that you don't use in the ult fight. So it's basically like
you have to go before or like after or
yeah, like it's a big cooldown. So with the ult charge nerfs last season, it's like you need it to be cheaper or like you genuinely never use it.
Do you think he'll get his ult before supports with all these changes? Because he can go like backshot, big body mode, like really get in there, or does he need still like a little bit of help?
Like to be honest, yeah, I think you outcycle support ults.
We were talking about like giving him the Mantis speed boost, damage boost, and just like letting him go fucking ham in a backline, you know? Like,
dude, yes, dude, I saw that. It's actually fucked.
Yeah,
yeah. Speed boost would be really good on him. Isn't base move speed like 600 or something?
Yeah, no, it gives a 12% speed boost, which is a lot.
Yeah, that's really good for him. I feel like it's going to turn from like Mantis you want with like Widow or something like that into Mantis you want with like Rogue.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's why
Mantis and Brawl is going to be huge, but the movement speed and the fact that she does do percent max HP healing could be insane.
The movement speed in particular, I feel like, was why we thought of Fent in particular. You said the changes were like good-ish. What would you have done that they maybe didn't do? Like, did you have any other ideas for what you would like to see for the hero?
I think genuinely, like the number one thing I was looking for when I like looked at the patch notes the first time is I want them to revert changing his like big transform from base health. I want it back to bonus health because like that was where you start bleeding some of your flexibility into like higher rank play. Like, because when it's just base stats, you just get countered. That extra second of bonus health to cleave in your little form was genuinely like a significant amount of value you could get. And that not being there kind of sucks. But like, now that you have more survivability and uptime with the cooldown change, and the damage, it's like your pressure is more meaningful when you're cleaving two supports and stuff like that. So I think for kind of what I want, you still have that there. Like your little form is better. I would have made his right click, when you grab two people, that needs to do something more, man. Like, I think when it grabs...
Yeah, that's like a nonsense cooldown, it feels like. It doesn't feel like
it's annoying.
Most people use it to, like, just right-click the floor and get charge.
Exactly. Like, that's 90% of the time why you use it, and it's a low cooldown as well. It's like, it's your button you press to get your transform sooner. Because it grounds people,
make that something
like, you use it on pretty much just Venom. Like, you just use it on Venom when he wants to go out. That's when you use it. It's not on Cap because half the time he's moving too quick for the second hand to grab him or whatever. It's like pretty much just Venom. I would make it so that it does more damage when you grab two people and pull them together because half the time it's hard to connect, blah, blah, blah. Like little stuff like that and plus 5 damage on the left click.
What if they turn that ability into something like more utility based? Because it doesn't really even seem like he needs it to be part of his cycle. Like something, I could pull my teammate to me.
I agree with you.
I don't know, something like just some type of utility.
What if he got a little like stretchy arm swing type shit on his
right click? Like a little bit of mobility.
Like, people are using the right click on terrain most of the time already.
How about he wraps his arm around their neck and silences them?
Oh yeah.
I can strangle my supports or their supports. Sorry,
grabs on and people can use like bounce off of it. I don't know. There's a lot of cool because sometimes when there's a character that functions with a cooldown that's useless, you just kind of want that cooldown to be it could be anything. It could literally be anything and it would be better, like
it's like look, man, I feel like the like elastic fantasy of this hero is kind of like it's not like all the way there, and I thought they'd do some like wacky shit with team ups to give him like I want them to bring Ghost Rider in and I want him to turn into a massive wheel for a team up and just roll around. Like that's what I want,
dude.
But
let's go.
If you were doing shit like changing the right click, you can grab someone and hold them. And what that does is it slows them down and it speeds you up a little bit. I want to be able to do that to a teammate. And instead you take some of the damage that they take when your hand is around them because you're like physically protecting them or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Something,
I like that.
Something like that. Because I like the utility part of the hero. I think that's a lot of what makes him unique. So
What if I could
yeah.
wear him as a skin and pretend to be another hero in the game, like the spy from TF2 a little bit? Would that work? I don't know. Just crazy idea. What's one tip you'd give to fantastic players? Because we got a little flack for not spending enough time on them last pod, so we're getting at all the fantastic tips and tricks. Like, what's the best tip you could give to someone in like the mid to higher ranks, trying to like get to the next level, get to those upper echelon?
Wait, speaking of which, Gallus, you should collab with me on a Fent guide for my
True,
channel. That'd be
true.
sick.
Yeah, let's do it.
That sounds like a 50K banger right there. Let's get it.
My easy like tip before they made it so that it was base health instead of bonus health when you transformed to big form was like just cancel your big form. Just cancel it more often. You like almost never need to use it. It just makes you bigger and you take more damage, and then you can't stay in. After this patch, I might be saying the same thing again because
Shows what I know. I didn't even know you could fucking cancel big mode. I haven't
yeah,
played
bro,
this
just get
character
out
at
of it.
all.
Like half the time you
legit,
die,
that's
bro.
crazy.
Just don't use it. Not all the time, but like, but after this, bro, your big form damage is 80 per hit. Your little form is 70 per hit, and you have like half the effective range. You attack a bit faster, so it's a little bit better for securing a KO on one target. But with this, when it's 70 and you have a cheaper ult, I'm pretty sure the best thing to do, again, is to get in a position where you can see, hopefully in a brawl, like 3 or 4 targets, and you just cleave them the whole time. If you transform, I don't care, cancel it, and just keep doing that and get your ult really quickly, and just spam that. Make them look at you because you're actually getting value, not look at you because you're easy to kill. And I think that's more in his kit now.
It does seem like you want to do that more now with the damage and the ult charge. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
That's
Good
sick.
tip.
Very
Yeah,
good.
that's sick. All right. Well, Mr. Fent, you heard it here first. S tier, the best DPS in the game.
He's not S tier, bro.
And speaking of which, the worst DPS in the game now is Phoenix. So we're gonna talk about that. I know we just got done talking about the best, but okay. So I'm gonna rehash this a little bit because now Gallus is here.
I hate Phoenix.
So now Phoenix does 5 more direct hit damage. They're buffing her damage, but don't worry, guys. There's a compensation. They're 5 less damage when the sparks detonate, and the justification for this is now 250 HP hero. You give them a mark, they can't die with her ult. So yeah, Gallus, you've joined us for the first time this pod. So what's your opinion on this? How do you feel?
I'm gonna have a heart attack about this hero, bro. I've been waiting, like, she's been on my list of shit, like, until I see changes to this hero, man, I'm so, like, checked out. But they can't just nerf her. Like, revert what they did to the HP to the ult ages ago. That's what I want to see. This is a nerf to the ult, which is good. Great. Okay? Direct hit damage scales with crits. Like, she's more threatening to single targets in neutral. Like,
yeah.
I don't know
her
why
left
they
click
did
just
this.
does
Straight
more
up.
damage
In their
to a
own
single
words,
target.
In their own words, they wanted to make her far more threatening in baseline combat. How is that?
What do we like?
She already is so threatening at all
thing,
times.
What I brought up to Gallus is like, yes, she can't one-shot someone with a body shot and her ult, but like, how many heroes are actually 250 HP in the first place? It feels like
That's
a very
great
low number.
point.
And all of
Yep.
them that are have some way to heal themselves, some movement ability, some sustain. Like, why are we buffing Phoenix? like straight up. Why the fuck are we buffing Phoenix? I don't understand.
I don't know, man. And it's like, look, man, it's a tiny adjustment, I guess, in the grand scheme of comparing her to Hela, but don't make her more like Hela. She's already one of your favorites, right? Like, have them be distinct from each other. I don't know, man. Like, I don't see why you can't just nerf the hero. Like, yeah,
do you
not
think,
many
guys?
people
What do
at
you think,
250
Captain
HP.
Coach? I know
the
you've
ult
been
you don't
wanting-
interact with.
Guys,
Sorry, what?
she's a weak hero. Her win rate's only 46%.
Oh, dude, so
obviously.
this is the talking point I've been hearing on fucking Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it's called. Like,
Don't you guys look at stats? Don't you look at data? Like,
she
she's
doesn't
terrible.
win.
Yeah. So why is her win rate so low? I think those
People can't
things
fucking
factor in. Yeah, people
wait,
can't
is,
aim.
is this like win rates like in Celestial Plus, or is this just like win rates generally?
I think this is a hero with her ult that benefits from coordination, which I think a lot of Phoenix will just go off and do their own thing and then just ult to save themselves, and then nothing will happen. And there's a lot of reasons.
If you're gonna nerf this, or if you're gonna buff this character because she's doing bad in low elo, it doesn't. It's not consistent with the rest of the patch, which we just talked about is all aimed at high elo.
Exactly.
Tank pool, Moon Knight, like a lot of these buffs and changes are aimed at high elo. So why are we buffing Phoenix And even if you're gonna try to buff Phoenix for lower elo, you could do it in a completely different way. Like increase her body shot damage, decrease her headshot damage, or like there's a million ways you could do it that is not just straight up buffing her.
Yeah, you can argue that her AoE passive actually just makes her more unique, and making it more direct hits is like kind of against what she's about.
I feel like
this is 100% on Light's bingo card.
I saw that. That shit was so funny.
Part of me wanted to bring on Light because I knew he'd just fucking crash out about this, Jay. Just actually hilarious. You
were gonna say something, Captain Kush.
Oh yeah, I think you're gonna play her more like Helen now, probably off angle more, and she'll probably be just as good. Like she's just gonna be doing different. Like when a character is as versatile and as strong as this, if you reallocate her power, she's just gonna go do the thing she's best at, and nothing's gonna change. Like this is not gonna do anything. If anything, yeah, like she's stronger now, and I just don't. Yeah,
I've been banning her for forever, and I'm gonna continue banning her. So I won't really see this change in my games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe I saw that tweet that you put out, Coach, about remove double bans. Like maybe we can get that sometime soon.
That'd be nice.
How do you feel about double bans, Gallus? I'm curious. Do you think that that's too much, having 6 unique bans every single game, or do you think that that's actually what we need?
I think it's probably fine at this point with just how many heroes are getting released. If it's just some system that ensures that a second most picked hero goes through if there's a double ban or something, or both teams just get to ban again quickly, whatever it is, like I'm all for it. I don't think anyone's against getting rid of double bans, to be honest, like except for like the minutiae of does it take too much time to finish bans, but that's it. Like you just solve that problem. I think everyone's for it.
You could just do ranked choice voting with bans 1, 2, 3. Like it's super simple with little.
Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about it for like Overwatch in terms of just getting the banning experience through like the selection phase or whatever. So like, I think the priority stuff probably works well from what I know. Yeah,
the Overwatch ban system is better and faster, by the way, too. And they get to vote on maps too.
The only argument I have about our rank system is that you can kind of tell what the opponents are playing depending on what they ban early, and you can't do that in Overwatch. You just have to lock them in. That's the only benefit. I don't hate the time we wait. I know some people are like, we need to get in games fast. I really don't hate it. Like it's not like I feel like it's a crazy long period of time. They could always trim time off of like the pre-lobby. What is it, like 45 seconds or whatever when you're in the game, but the game hasn't started yet? I don't know. I feel like they can trim out some seconds.
I think that I saw it with Overwatch when I was still playing that game. It's like if they want to make the starting phase quicker, they actually have to move the spawns and change the spawn rooms, which takes work. So they probably won't do it. But yeah, like
that's funny.
I think 6 bans probably is fine at this point.
6 bans.
I think if there's anyone, there'll be a section of the support community that has a problem with it. But I think they just keep releasing supports, man. We're almost there. I think there's a lot of heroes in the game by now. So
makes sense. Okay, so fuck Phoenix. Why do they keep buffing this character? Let's move on to Spidey. Okay, so this is what they did with Spidey. So basically, they are making his ultimate a bit better. So the spell field damage of his ultimate is going to do 15 instead of 13.6. So it's a total damage over 2.4 second duration increased from 408 to 450. What do y'all feel about the buff to Spider-Man's ult? Greg, let's start with you. How do you feel about this buff?
I think Spidey. So I don't know. I know a lot of people are very divided on when it comes to Spider-Man. I think he's a very great hero and has insane value potential, maybe highest in the entire game. But at the same time, I do think it's hard to access that value, and I kind of like having a character like Spider-Man. Just thematically, it's fucking Spider-Man. Like him being a character that in most people's hands is terrible, but in the best hands, he's like one of the best characters in the game. I think that's good design for a character like Spider-Man, and I think it's good for the game. And when it comes to this ult, I think this is a good change because his ult is the weakest part of his kit, in my opinion. Like the amount of times you exile a Spider-Man out of his ult, frozen, slept, and he's just sitting there like so easy to hit. I think his ult has definitely been lacking. With that being said, taking that into account with the fact that Spider-Man has such crazy value potential, if we want this patch to be high elo focus, maybe it's not the best. I don't know.
So I know we mostly been agreeing this pod. I'm gonna have to hard disagree. I think Spider-Man's ultimate is insanely powerful. It's like one of the best DPS ultimates in the entire game. I think Spider-Man ultimate is.
Okay.
I understand the idea that it can be stopped, it can be hooked, it can be pushed, whatever, right? But it's the only ultimate that you can operate on under extremely low resources and win a fight with. Like,
that's true.
20 HP. There's 3 supports. Like, you set the conditions for the ult and you just kill them all. And the reason that I feel like the ult's so strong is like when I was climbing on Spider-Man and doing the Spider-Man challenges, felt like there was a lot of games that just felt like I'm just trying to cycle as many engagements as possible so that I can ult. Because I know I'm gonna get value with ult. Like 100%. I'm gonna get value with ult. Now, you see clips of like Spider-Man's like dashing in 1v5. They have all their cooldowns. They press Q and they die. And they're like, wow, this ult sucks. It's like, yeah, they have totems. They have Cloak Bubble. They have Bucky Hook. Like, yeah, it's going to suck. Like, what ultimate is not going to suck in that situation? Like, maybe like 4 ults don't suck. I'm not saying that this buff is too big or anything. I don't really think it's going to matter. But I want to push back and say that I think Spider-Man ult is actually one of the most powerful ults in the DPS roster just because it's versatility. That's my...
I disagree with that, Mills. I think this is a buff that Spider-Man doesn't really need in the higher ranks, but is not going to necessarily make him too much better, whereas I think in the lower ranks, it's probably going to help him out a lot. So this would be an example of a change that even though I don't necessarily think he needs, I think is probably a good one, because just for the health of the game, Spider-Man's such a popular character, making him a little more easier baseline, I think will, in the long term, actually make it a little easier to balance him, even though I don't really think he needs it. Like I said, I do think this, like, I see the vision behind it. This is a change, because like in higher ranks, a lot of time this will get interrupted, it'll get pushed. It's very unreliable compared to other alts, which is why I just don't agree that it's like one of the best alts. But maybe Spider-Mans are just trash. Like, I don't know.
I mean, just fly. I mean, you literally just like get to fly at someone Mach speed and ult on their head, like. And it kills them.
But if I'm
like,
Doctor Strange, I just hold my right click and he pretty much gets no value. Whereas if Punisher is ulting in front of me, there's nothing I can do in a lot of situations. Or Elsa or Phoenix,
Yeah, but Punisher can't pop his ultimate anywhere. Like he can't get to anywhere. Like I do agree that like this ultimate would not be great on like a random character. Like I do agree with that.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I was going to say about it, is like compared to so many heroes, you kind of have freedom of placement with Spider-Man's ult. It's like, yes, you get countered, yes, you get CC'd or whatever, but this hero is so mobile. It's like it scales with timing and your awareness and your game sense. And you can just put it where you want, man. Yes, good players will hold cooldowns, etc., etc. But, we can also say that I don't think increasing the damage does anything for that. So... yeah, I think it's scarier in low ranks, man. I've seen a lot of people. I had people in my chat last night when I was looking at the patch say this patch kind of fucks low ranks a bit. Like,
that's what we were talking about.
This feels
before,
like
too.
you can like people are gonna be able to kill through like Cloak Bubble, probably. Like most likely, especially like that's probably what this really does. I mean, you could still do it before if you like actually just comboed first. Like Tracer into bread and butter into ult. Like it was fine. I think it's a fine. Like I said, I think it's like it's fine, but I really don't. I think that people really talk terribly about Spider-Man ult like it's like this like completely awful ult. I think Spider-Man ult is better than a lot of Transform ults, because like Magic ult can get shut down in the same way. Spider-Man has like a very small window of time to interrupt versus like a Magic ult has like lots of windows of interaction. You get a 3K with Magic ult, and that's a good Magic ult.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of Spider-Man ults that are 3Ks. Like, a lot of them.
I think probably, like, important part of, honestly, why people think it's so bad is that I think he probably has one of the worst, like, player experiences in ulting, especially when you're learning him, because he, like, is a sitting duck in his ult.
Well, just don't go in 1v6.
Yeah. That's
like... it's gonna be it, man. I think Spider-Man also, like, when you're learning the hero, he doesn't have the incentive of playing around everyone else as much when you're like picking up the hero for the first time. It's like you all make the, like, everyone makes the joke about like Spidey going in and he dies 15 times, and you, or even like if you're trying to play him right, maybe you're trying to do as many engages as possible, like, and just rinse and repeat, even if you die because you come back from spawn so fast. And I think that can prevent players from actually learning better game sense in general, including when and where to ult.
So you're saying Spider-Man mains are stunted, like growth?
No.
Okay, all right.
I am.
By the way, welcome Death and Gaming to the pod.
Hey,
Let's
bro.
go. Woo! We got a second special guest, surprise guest.
You just came out of stealth.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I'm here to balance out the lack of support players in the podcast. So
Let's go. Well,
Come in,
Gallus is like his second most played is Adam, right?
It is, yeah.
So you're not a support player. That's not a support.
That's not a support, bro.
I'm just kidding.
That's a selfish pick. I pick him because I'm not getting healed, and I want to do whatever I want.
I love it. I love it. I fucking love it. Because at least I know my Adam player is actually going to contribute to the fight. Like, they're going to shoot at what I'm shooting at. It's cool. But yeah, okay. So Spider-Man. Let's move on. Let's talk about Squirrel Girl, everyone's favorite character. I want to throw this to death. I know you're kind of coming in. We'll give you a chance to talk about some changes you want to talk about at the end. Just throw in your takes. But for Squirrel Girl specifically, the mammal bond, 15 seconds to 12 seconds. That's the reset of cooldowns, correct? Where I believe that is. Yeah.
like
90%.
Yeah, that's your E.
Reset of cooldowns.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
So how do you feel? Any thoughts?
Squirrel Girl is one of those I think like interesting ones where when they first said they're like, oh, they're buffing a bunch of DPS, I was expecting a lot of really horrifying things, but they're all kind of like pretty mild. Like Squirrel Girl and Moon Knight were both ones where I was like, that seems fine. Like they're not terribly like super oppressive heroes, so maybe they.
I remember the screenshot of like all the characters that are being buffed, and people were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Spider-Man buff, Moon Knight buff, Squirrel Girl buff. It was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
And it just sort of was just like, yeah, these characters are getting buffed and then moved on. And I'm just like, no, like wait, you can't just drop that and then not say what you're doing. But no, I mean, this is gonna like. It's gonna be more fun for Squirrel Girl players. They get to use their abilities more often, but it's not really going to, I think, like change much of where she's played. Like I think in lower elos, she's still going to be a demon for a lot of people, but you're not going to see her much in the high elos.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I think this is the kind of thing that just needed to happen in order to keep up with like the Elsas and the Black Cats and stuff in the game, which have.
I'm of the opinion that this is like to keep up with Devil Dino, like actually.
Oh yeah.
I haven't heard if you guys talked about him yet, but like this is such a like I have a fear about that hero just doing whatever he wants.
I can't wait.
So
to
like
play
low
him.
ranks are gonna need
grind
that.
Oh, just the Squirrel Girl,
Gallus,
the counter.
I said he was like the tank's response to all the power creep, like the stat check of him, right? Like he's just a big ball of health, easy to hit, but just it looks like he does a ton of damage, and just random damage. He's a stat check character.
I know we've been I'm going back. Death is here, so now I can flame supports again. I can't wait for the support that's crying that there's a devil dino on top of them and no one's shooting at him. Fucking Peel! I can't kill this bitch! He has 1600 HP! Get him off me! And the dino is just chilling in the backline while the Spider-Man is off the fuck nowhere and the Black Cat is in their backline and the dino is just like a Luna player is trying to kill this fucking dino and he's just like not dying.
I can't wait.
I kind of just want to do a stream just clip farming, just playing support, because I know I'm gonna get good shit with this enormous T-Rex the size of a fucking bus, just like running it down at me. Like if I'm like
Rivals just
Rocket,
turned into a horror
actually maybe
game.
not
That's
Rocket,
your
because
caption.
I feel
I
like
wonder if Rocket might be able to fuck up a dino, right?
Like maybe.
Death, you think?
Like he's
'cause I
gonna
know you
be
play-
Dino's gonna be
damage.
his best target in the game, and he just
Because
got a
Dino
left
probably
click buff.
can't hit him very easily. I don't know if the beam is going to be able to kill him by itself, but
If you're playing Rocket, you're most of the time like pretty mobile and you're using your wall dashes to get around. So
you could just
Yeah, I
fuck
don't-
up a Dino.
I'm pretty sure that like you'd probably be fine. Like Rocket, the reason why I played Rocket was because of the fact that everyone was a selfish player. So if you have like a Cloak and Dagger, Invis, or Luna, you usually like would require more peel against like certain heroes, especially if you're getting dove by multiple people. Rocket is one of the only characters that can just completely ignore help from his team. So I imagine it's probably still going to be the same thing with Devil Dino. Like you're going to be airborne as Rocket. You're going to be on the walls. You're going to be using your wall dashes to get around. So even then, like with this gun doing more damage now too, I feel like he's probably going to be able to shred a massive target like that. We'll see though.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. All right,
Yeah,
let's
I don't
move
know how
on
much
to
he gets headshot reduction, but I don't know how much.
I mean,
The
this is what you
Dino?
guys said.
Yeah.
Even with that, I don't know. Dude,
I don't know if
with
that's gonna
how
really
big
help
he
him.
is. I'm just like, I have PTSD from every time I Hulk ult in front of like more than 4 targets. 1500 HP is literally gone in 0.2 seconds. So like, if that's just his reality all the time, I don't know.
He's
It's
gonna
tough.
be a
We'll
sneaky
see.
dino around the corner.
Bro,
He's
that's-
got a fucking.
Greg, I'm the same.
I'm kind of hoping there is actually some maps where he can't fit through some doors.
Can he fit through Portal? Have we figured that out?
He can. He has to. He has to.
There's
be
no
able
way
to.
he can. That would
It
be
would be
fucking
so
absurd.
funny if he couldn't. I would
Yeah.
allow it. Like I'd be
I would
fine
allow
with
it
that.
too.
Yeah.
That'd be a good balance decision.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about fucking Star-Lord. All right, so Star-Lord got his ammo increase from 40 to 50. So just so y'all know the math on this, every bullet does 6.5 damage. At 40 ammo, that's 265 damage. I from what I understand, and at 50 ammo, it's 325 damage.
We're talking all body
So-
shots.
Yes.
Wow.
So before, any 275 HP character, if you didn't do headshots, you could not one-clip them. And now, 275 HP characters, you can easily one-clip them with all body shots, and you still have a lot of margin for error because it does 325. That's insane. Fucking
That's
insane.
crazy,
What's
bro.
up? What's up, Cap?
So the reason I brought this up earlier when we talked about the changes they were made and the ranks that they were directed towards, this is very clearly, unless they're highly incompetent, a change directed at the lower ranks. Have you seen a Star-Lord who is cracked, or even worse, a Star-Lord who is cheating? You have to ban this character now. You have to if you're above, I would say, like GM. Like, this character is going to
Yeah.
run every single lobby. You can farm tanks now and just
One clip
kill them in
with
like 2
no
clips.
one clip with all body shots is fucking absurd. They never let Tracer do that shit ever.
No.
One clip with only body shots?
No.
Are we joking?
I'm
You always
scared.
had to like when you're playing Tracer, you always had to have some sort of like blink melee or something in order to like follow up on it usually.
Like, is
40
anyone?
That's,
Oh,
that's a
sorry,
massive-
go-
I was gonna say, I was like, that's just like, that's a pretty massive change because it always felt like whenever I played Star-Lord that people would always have like a little bit of health left, but and like maybe you have to use your E to like execute, but this seems like so much more forgiving. And
Yeah. Has anyone watched a Brooks stream lately? That
was
motherfucker's
gonna
gonna.
say,
That
I'm
motherfucker's
thinking
gonna. He's gonna kill 2 people with 1 clip. He's gonna kill 2 fucking people with 1 clip.
I was
Like, are we kidding? Are we joking?
25% increase.
Seeing Brooks on this new Star-Lord is going to be actual nightmare-inducing, man.
No, you're-
Like you can
You're gonna ban this
you
hero.
can easily 1 clip somebody, flip 1 clip somebody else, never hit a headshot.
he made an alt account where he
Like,
unbound
what
his
the fuck is
flight, by
that?
the way. He
Yeah.
called it Floor
Mantis
Lord.
speed boost him, by the way. Absolutely.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my
I didn't even
God.
do the math on like the damage
no.
increase. It's probably like you don't even have to hit like 75% of your shots or some shit with damage
Is-
boost for Mantis, and like
Mantis
it's just
Ultron Star-Lord?
like. But here's the
We
thing that's,
need the
that's
Dino. We
mind-numbing.
need the Dino laser.
I
in
know
them.
I'm jumping ahead.
He might be the solution. He's
Like,
the only one who's going to stop
like-
it.
Yeah, we
like,
just
I
don't
know-
see
I know-
it.
I know I'm jumping ahead, but like right now, arguably the most powerful trio in the game is Star-Lord, Gambit, Rogue. Like that trio is extremely busted because Star-Lord, Gambit is just like goes over the top of everything, and Rogue is super busted S tier, super S tier
With that
the
team up, it's insane.
and they
yeah.
didn't get rid of any of it. They didn't nerf Gambit. They didn't change the
Nope.
team up. They didn't change
Nope.
Rogue, and they buffed Star-Lord by a like the biggest buff in the entire patch. I don't understand. Like I just don't get it. I don't
Some-
know
he
what's
still
going on.
charges his ult faster than support ults too, and now he can charge it faster. No, like
He can charge it faster,
Yeah, if
and
they're
it's
not
a
all
buff
dead
to his
first.
ult as well.
Yeah, he didn't kill them
Because
all already.
he needs that ammo in his ult, and he's reloading less. Like,
I mean, it's some changes balanced around high ranks, some changes balanced around low ranks. There's no rhyme or reason to it, so you can only assume that their motive for this game isn't balance; it's profit driven. And I know that's a hot take, and I know that's like, but that is this game's ranked is not serious. They are trying to make the most money possible, and they think that selling skins to low-ranked Star Lords is the way they're going to do it. Because this is clearly just not. This is terrible for the game.
I
This is-
agree. It
Bro, I
feels
want
bad.
to
It
dive
feels
into
like a
that so bad, but I'm gonna be fucking
Yeah.
yapping forever.
Go
But like,
Wait,
ranked is their best engagement system. That's what ranked is to them. It's not a ladder.
Uh-oh.
It is an engagement system.
Is it also optimized? Or no, I'm just I did
Legally,
Let's not
legally
go there.
no.
Let's not go there. We're not going. We're not going down that.
I'll do it, bro. EOMM is somebody else's patent. They legally cannot say that they use it.
Oh no!
No shit, they said that.
No,
Preach.
No,
No.
no,
They can't say
Turn
they
this
use
guy
it.
up.
They cannot do that. It's like a
Wait,
super
where's-
trademark,
just a
bro.
second.
They
Where's
can't
it at?
use it.
Where's
I
it
found another one. One of us.
Does this work?
EOM is
On
real.
My camera. All right, whatever.
I still don't believe it.
No, I don't believe it. I don't know. Greg, all right. You get to decide because Death and I don't believe in it. Gallus and Captain Coach do. You're the ultimate decider. What do you think? What do you think, Greg?
No, I mean, no, I've talked about this before. They posted a video about how their matchmaking works. It does kind of function like EOMM. It's not EOMM because it's trademarked.
Okay.
But it functions similarly to other ranked systems, but also it has the only thing that it has in addition is like the individual performance scores that they do use to balance the teams once 12 players are found.
Yeah, but
And
like that's
that
not any,
algorithm, I
that's
think,
not
is
any
where
different
they're
than how
flawed.
Overwatch was. Like
That's
Overwatch
an
did it the
engagement
exact
system.
same way. But
Well, I
Overwatch
think-
did it the same way. Like if you're gonna call this an engagement system, then so is Overwatch.
Well, the EOMM.
Well, I got bad
algorithm
news
is
for you,
from
bro.
Overwatch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yes.
my problem is with selective outrage, not outrage. Like I'll fucking bitch at all these companies, but I hate it when people like to single out Marvel
Yeah.
Rivals as like this rank system that is like every rank system is fucking ass. Like I played them all, and they all have
Nah,
problems.
I just think-
That's not true, though. That's not true.
Valorant had problems. Overwatch had problems. Those are the two I can speak to.
It's in the
Those
last
are the two.
five or 7 years is when they started doing these algorithmic based matchmaking, and that's why they hide your true rating. Your invisible rating, the way they actually grade your accounts, you don't see that anymore. You used to see it because it was the ELO system, MMR, whatever. Yeah,
but I mean, it's been that way since Overwatch 2015, so it's been at least that long because they had.
I've had ranked
Yeah,
matchmaking
hit it
systems back back in like 2005, 2006. And they work just fine. And it's a bit more of a grind, but once you get to a rank, you know that you're going to play against people at your level. That does not happen in Rivals. It does not. They want everybody clumped at the higher ranks so the queues are faster. Like Gallus said, it's engagement based. They have everybody's account like with basically an invisible rating, and they use that to like fix the games, make them happen quicker. And I do think there probably is some kind of role based stuff they have behind the scenes, but
Yeah,
The
probably.
problem is the conclusion. What people run to though is the conclusion that okay, if there is this engagement system built in, then it's not my fault that I'm in Grandmaster.
That's
it's not
what I
my
have
fault.
issue with.
It's not my fault
Yeah.
that I'm in Diamond. That's
Like
that's the conclusion that people run to. And if
Bad
your
conclusion,
conclusion
'cause
is
we're
the
all
rank
playing
system
on
No, it's the game's
sucks,
fault.
but if your conclusion is the rank system sucks because of this, I can agree with that. But if your conclusion is this is what holds me back, that's just not fucking true at all.
Yeah, I agree
It's
with that.
absolutely
I've
not true.
been like in the past, I've been pretty distinct about making sure those two things are separate. I think what was important to most people and a lot of the big creators when talking about EOMM was like people who are bad jump on this because it's an easy out when you're having a bad time or you feel like you can't climb, right? To me, that has nothing to do with the system itself existing. And I feel like a system like that that is optimized for engagement or potentially pissing you off more doesn't have anything to do with improvement on its own. That's another conversation. I have a problem with the system on a whole because I feel like over time, I find it less satisfying to play ranked because willy-nilly with stats that I can't see, if I have a good performance or pull a win out of my ass, I can get a 17. I can get a plus 17 when I'm not even near my peak rank and I haven't played much this season. And then I can get hit with, if I'm playing on one of my most recent seasons where I've barely touched ranked, I can get hit with a minus 26 for an insta loss. That there was nothing you could do. There's no hero I can be. This is just a team diff and we're out.
I think that there's a lot of people that jump on the EOMM bandwagon. Not you, of course, not you, but like other people that do. Like, not you, no. But they do. But they also don't understand that there are consequences to, like, in order to fix that system, we need no performance gains. Like, we need flat gains and losses. Winning needs to be the most clear thing that matters. But then they want EOMM, like they think it has EOMM. They hate the system, but then they're not willing to be like, okay, well, sometimes you're gonna play really well and you're still gonna fucking lose the same rank. You're gonna lose 20. It doesn't matter if you got MVP. You're still
exactly.
going to get 20.
Coach Mills coming to his senses. I was about to call him Coach Shills.
No, but like the problem is I can't directly argue with the engagement optimized thing, because like, what does that actually fucking mean? Everything's engagement, everything's optimized. Like, of course it is. Like,
I can go
like
into that
every
ways.
fucking thing is engaged and optimized. Like, I'm not gonna directly disagree. But it just doesn't really matter for like the core goal, which is like, if you're good, you'll still get to eternity. If you're good, you could still get to top 100. If you're good,
exactly.
But the rank system's ass. I'll agree with that. We can definitely agree there. And
What were you saying, Death?
I was gonna say, because like I had someone in my comments ask me this the other day, literally just like, oh, but like, he's just like, oh, well, why should a Spidey who's 2-11 on my team, get more points if we end up winning a game, right? And players have this logic where like, they would rather punish themselves 99 times than let like one guy get carried that didn't deserve it. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, this system just hurts all of us, right? Because, you can actually be trying to play the game the correct way and be punished for it. And Captain Coach, I know you know of this because you had that Widow that was throwing on your team that got -14 for throwing, and you got -24 for playing tank and actually trying. Like, this game
is that
directly
real?
It actually happened.
Yeah, because they had SVP, because they were just they were just fucking around.
They were just goofing off.
But the performance, I mean, I gotta put my foot down here. You guys know the performance gains aren't that impactful, right? They're like, if you're underneath Celestial, they are, because in the earlier ranks they weight it more. Again, this is all in the video they posted. They weight it more the earlier you are in the ranks. But once you get to Celestial and above, you're not getting more than a 3-point adjustment ever from performance alone. No matter what you play.
Like, yes, true. I agree with that, but it's also
still significant.
At the edges as well.
The most significant thing by far, 98% of what determines your rank's gains and losses is your rank compared to the enemy team's rank. That's
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
The performance system doesn't just take into account performance, and it becomes a problem because as the player base gets stretched out and there are less people as you get to the top, right? You're going to have, especially not in peak times, you're going to get some dipshit, me, right? Paired with some fucking god tier player, right? They carry my ass. I get +25. They get fuck all.
Yes,
right? Or if I lose, I barely lose anything, and they get punished, and we weren't ever duoed or anything, and shit like that keeps happening. And what that does is it keeps pulling up bad players into games they shouldn't be with, especially if you add data across seasons over time, right? These are people getting inflated, right, by there just not being a high enough population in these ranks.
Exactly.
Right? And they're just now bad actors in the system. They are in ranks they shouldn't be, and potentially are getting pulled into higher games again and again and again. Like, and the performance system does that on the whole, right? +28 to some dipshit who is playing wrong and farming, right? Happens at scale over time to everybody. It encourages bad actors in the entire system culturally. There is less trust everywhere because of stuff like this. Like, people want to trust their teams less. They want to do their own thing less. Sorry, they want to do their own thing more, which means more stat padding, more performance. Like, it reinforces itself, and culturally everything is degraded. People work as a team less, and if it was a flat point percentage, like just +20, -20, people do what it takes to win.
They shoot the mines. They shoot the Phoenix Salt. They shoot the clones.
Shooting mines and clones. Like, this literally happens all the time, because like my damage will be lower, but then you look back and you see what I was doing as Psylocke. I was shooting clones and squids and penny mines, and it's like, yeah, but you didn't do enough damage to get enough kills for your team. Just like, what? Somebody's got to shoot them, and I'm the only one. Like,
because what do you think, Greg? Do you think there's any downside in, like, once people get to Grandmaster, it's just flat? unless there's like some extraneous
I
circumstances.
mean, no. The only thing that it just sucks. Like it's an unavoidable problem, really, because of the population issues. Like the higher you climb, the more likely it is that there's going to be a larger rank disparity in your match. It's basically exactly what Gallus just said, and that's the core of the problem. I don't know if that's that fixable, other than being more tight with the matchmaking and resulting in a higher queue time, which I think most devs want to stay away from. They hate having the amount of time it takes to click play and then get into a match. That entire time, queue time, the ban phase, everything. Most devs, they're trying to get that as short as possible, like at all costs.
That's why I hate it. I hate it when I'm on Twitter and some celestial player or whatever has like a 7-minute queue and they post it on Twitter and they're bitching about it. It's like, do you not understand what that consequence is? You bitching about a 7-minute queue is gonna make it so that they give you faster fucking queues, and now you're paired with a C3 player. Congratulations, good luck. Like that, like you created this problem because you complained about this problem. Like people need to understand that there are certain sacrifices you have to make for a perfectly competitive rank system. It's not always gonna be perfect. Sometimes you're gonna carry a fucking person and they're gonna gain the same as you. Sometimes someone's just gonna straight up throw, and there's nothing you can do, and you just lose the same amount. It doesn't matter how good you were playing. Those are sacrifices you have to eat. You just have to eat them on the chin. That's it.
That's another reason why I was talking about that solo queue only, because I do think another big reason why there's a lot of rank disparity sometimes is because of duos. Like, I know it's only one other person, but like if I'm C1 playing with my GM1 a friend, which is a realistic and common thing, all of a sudden I kind of just ruined the competitive integrity of the entire match that all 12 players are in for the next game, because you're going to have like a mix of GM and Celestial players. All the Celestial players are going to have a harder time, get less gains, lose more, and it's just like, I don't know. I think a solo-only mode could go really hard in this game. I know it's antisocial, and the whole point of the game is for it to be fun and like have everybody playing with their friends, and that is probably where we should go with the game, but man, I do think the match quality would be so much better if there actually wasn't a full solo-only mode.
I feel like I would agree with you if the Rivals player base, like in the performance system, was already, like Al said, like incentivizes selfish play. But also Rivals players are absolutely unbearable to me. Like I want to duo not because I want to have an advantage, but because I want to have one person who I know isn't going to throw the game. Like just one other person that I know is not going to just
make
like
sense. You do it with me
throw
all
a
the
tantrum.
time. Like, I'm definitely throwing the game. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I know what I'm doing when I do it with you though. Like I'm well aware. But yeah, I just like I would say that Rivals is the one game where I started to solo queue, and then gradually, like the more I started to play it, the more I was like, you know what, it's just not fun unless I play with friends anymore. Just because of that problem. Like, people lose one fight and they're like, well, I guess it's GG, and I'm like, is this your first time playing a hero shooter? Like, you lose one fight, you come back, alt advantage. Like, I don't know.
It's okay to die in a video game. Like, it's all right, bro.
Mills, you know what we should do?
We
should do a poll to see if people support that idea that Greg's throwing out, either in the comments or maybe like a community post, whether or not people would prefer a solo-only
mode. Okay, yeah, we'll bring it up. We'll also bring up the healing. Oh, yeah, this is a great thing to bring up now because Gallus is here. I think we already talked to death about it. So Tank Pool has a passive heal when he's out of combat after, I think it's like 6 seconds. We thought that it would be actually a really good implementation to just make that game-wide. You might have to make some compensations to maybe nerfing support healing by like 5% or something if you wanted to, but we do think that allowing every single role, if they're out of combat for a certain amount of time, to get healing just makes it so that supports don't have to coddle them as much. They have more agency. And I think it was going to alleviate pressure from supports. They could play make more, and then like people can stage, if you're safe in a position, you could stage there and wait for your team. Like that, it kind of lifts the pressure from a lot of things because they do it in Overwatch, and it's one of those changes that everyone loves. Like it was just one of those changes people didn't like at first, and once it was
they added it in Overwatch, and that was one of the changes they made in Overwatch 2 before I stopped playing that I was just all for. I thought it was really good. Like I was a tank one trick in Overwatch 2. Like I played Junker Queen, and like it benefited me.
They need to have a Junker Queen in Rivals. That'd be
genuinely, bro.
So
it just benefited. Like I thought it was just a net good. I think that's something they found in the space, like in the design space, that was just like beneficial. In Rivals, there are some like super mobile heroes on really big maps. Like I'm thinking like heroes that can stick on a wall outside, you know, where
like
a normal
fucking
hero can
Spider-Man,
walk.
yeah.
So like Spider-Man is
Because
probably
it made Tracer
like the one
really,
hero that
it
comes
made
to
Tracer
mind.
so strong that they had to nerf
Yeah.
her soon after they implemented it. But you could just nerf,
It's
like
a
you just
direct
nerf
buff to
Spider-Man.
flankers.
You could just nerf,
Yeah.
you can nerf them. They're like, you can just nerf them.
There's
Will
also-
they?
Well,
don't
I
know,
mean,
but
like,
you
people
could.
need to understand that like that's going to be the consequence, right? Like you're going to
Yes.
get passive healing, but if you're a flanker, you're going to get nerfed in other ways later. So,
But it will
'cause-
feel so
Yeah.
good. Like it will just like
Well,
I think any nerf
mean,
would be good
another
compensation.
argument would be
depends.
that just make health packs better, or
Yeah.
maybe more of them as like an alternative to the passive healing.
Like,
Yeah,
Heal
yeah.
heal tanks for more. Would accomplish a similar effect. Buff health packs. add
I
more.
think for that reason it
Gives
might
you
be
more
better to
freedom
have a
to-
self-heal passive in this game because it requires them doing a bit of work on the maps. Because I feel like
Yeah, they're
placement,
not gonna-
placement as well, and I don't think it's happening. to
I'm
be
all
honest.
for like if I like things that give you options and freedom. Like health packs, they I mean I think they're good. They actually let you outplay people if you have map knowledge. You know, like you know
Yeah.
where health pack is. But it's also cool to be able to stage from anywhere. Like you're safe somewhere. People don't find you. You're good. You can just stay there. You can wait. You can heal up. You know?
Yeah, no, I think it's good, and it's good for like, look, man, I enjoyed it as a tank player, like in a game that had a solo tank, like you know, it opened up the playstyle to be able to do riskier stuff and like maybe like go on a flank on a hero that's not like hyper mobile, and then sort of bunker down and do stuff like high rank pennies do.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and more heroes can sort of be creative and do like that. Like being in creative spots is actually a really fundamentally important part of games like these, because like where you stand, how you put out pressure, whatever, is kind of the whole game. Like you get space by trading resources with people, you get objectives off of that space, and changing and allowing for more places you can go and sit at and contest, like is more like, it's just more depth and creativity and reward for the whole.
It feels
like,
really good on tank pool. Like it feels great. It feels great.
Yeah.
So Captain Coach just got a dono that said add more avoid slots. Okay, I got one more pitch before we go through the rest of the pod. Here's my pitch. So back in the day, Overwatch had a system where you could rate your teammates on their behavior, like positive or negative, and you got certain scores, right? Hear me out. What if you got to the high scores, you were given more avoid slots for good behavior, but if you got to the low scores, they would, you know, maybe they even take away avoid slots. The reason that they say this is because someone might be toxic as hell, but they'll hold it in because they don't want to lose a fucking avoid slot, right? Like, I think people would just generally be nicer for avoid slots. Like, I think that's like one of those carrot things that you could put it even in front of the most egotistical player ever. And they're like, okay, I'm going to bite my tongue. I'm going to be nice because I get 5 fucking avoid slots, and all these shitters need to be avoided, so they're gonna be like a good person in ranked. I don't know. Like, what do y'all think about that? I always thought that would be an interesting idea to encourage good behavior. Find a way to encourage good behavior.
It definitely seems like a good idea. My only worry is the same worry I have with every good idea, which is the rivals player base reacting to it and like figuring out a way to take advantage of it and be like, all right, we're gonna 5-man vote him down, 5-man vote him up, you know, or like whatever it is. Like, yo, everyone vote this guy down at the end of the game. Everyone vote this guy down. You know, it's just like
That, yeah,
it's just gonna
that's-
become
Well,
like a
it
new way to
also-
bully people.
we got to be careful not to contradict ourselves with the types of ideas we have, because you know, if there's, you know, especially in the higher ranks, more avoid slots, then ultimately the matchmaking is going to have to find the Spider-Man who just threw the game because he's going in ulting by himself, someone to play with, and then now that person might get matched with people way above or way below because everyone in their current rank avoided them. So you could be introducing yourself to some situations that make the game quality worse.
I mean, if you're a fucking toxic shitter and everyone has you avoided, then yeah, you could just sit in a 25-minute queue, or hell, maybe you could just uninstall the fucking game and go play something else. All right, get the fuck out of here. All right,
There you
know
go.
what I'm saying? You know, but
a
think
big
there's
thing
just
that comes
everything
to
to be
mind for me. Do you want to go, Death? You go.
no, you go for it. You go for it.
Okay. Is when you introduce something like that, if there's a punishment or less avoids for people who are reported more or whatever, it means that you know who I'm talking about. But like, you know, there's players who are just like fucking always tilted or like always toxic. There's a group of them who are going to think there's no point anyway because of this and remain toxic forever. It's like they essentially get burned out of potentially acting a little bit more okay because they think it's no point. The system's for babies. I can't say whatever I want. Blah blah blah. And they just double down on it because of something like this.
That's like the fucking chronic drinker. That's like, hey, they changed the drunk driving laws. I'm gonna get thrown in jail, but I'm gonna get caught eventually. Like, I can't change who I am, so fuck it. Now I'm just gonna get hammered while I drive. I'm not.
I thought it was the metaphor you were gonna make was like you get put in separate queues, so drunk drivers have to drive on roads with other drunk drivers. I thought was what you were gonna say.
Oh, that. Well, that's another idea that's really interesting.
Don't think so serious.
Well, no. Here's the other idea: is that like that rating system? What if people that were rated negatively get put with each other? Like the toxic players get put on the same team, and the positive players get put on the same team. It's like if you're typically a positive person, like they basically just put all of the most toxic players together. They pair them together intentionally.
Yeah, that's what I thought you guys were going to say.
A lot of game companies tend to try to avoid that model. I think like Dota actually did it that way, but like they try to avoid that model because toxic players just end up becoming like make themselves more toxic. So they try to avoid that so that way they can somehow find a way to rehabilitate the players to keep them playing, but maybe not be toxic. But at the end of the day, like the system doesn't detect toxicity well. And, there's a lot of people that are, frequently toxic in the game. It's the same people, especially in high elo. You see them over and over again. And there's no sort of like reformation for a lot of like the player behavior that seems to be working right now. Like, I do think that when Overwatch went to Overwatch 2, they went a little heavy-handed to the point that everyone just left voice entirely. I don't want to see that happen, but I will say that like something needs to happen, but it can't be like they're going to be hesitant on anything with more avoid slots because queue times are just, even a single extra avoid slot going from 3 to 4 would increase queue times pretty significantly. Like, and that's what they're going to be trying. They're going to try to be careful about.
I agree.
Yeah, they got to do something. But
that's why Momo said that you could give more avoid slots to lower ranked players, but you couldn't give them to higher ranked players.
Yeah,
so that's what Momo was saying. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's move on and talk about Wolverine and get through the strategy. So, reduce the trigger cooldown of the regenerative healing factor from 105 to 90 seconds on Wolverine. What do you think about this? What do you think, Greg? You got an opinion on it? You look like you want to say something about.
No, not necessarily. I mean, I was just gonna say I do think it could be good. The big thing with his healing factor in general, you got to remember, is that he reduces the cooldown with takedowns. So. The question is this extra 15 seconds going to bring him to a threshold where with enough active team fighting, he just always has his passive? I don't think so, but he's definitely going to feel a little bit more oppressive. I mean, you call out when you get his passive down, and if he's getting it that much faster after like a couple of team fights, it could be huge. Does anyone know how many seconds are shaved off when he gets a takedown?
Isn't it depending on his
10?
Isn't it? I thought it's dependent on his rage. Am I trolling?
Is it? I thought he just gets a flat amount every time he gets a takedown.
Maybe.
Yeah, I thought it was 10. I could be wrong.
Passive, not the Phoenix Warrior. Berserker Rage? No. Regenerative Healing Factor?
Yeah.
Cooldown per KO engage, 10 seconds.
Okay.
Wow. 10 seconds.
So if it's down to 90 seconds base, and then like you guys get a team wipe, you still have a little bit of time, so I think it might be okay. I don't know. I mean, Wolverine. Would you guys think Wolverine's like overly strong right now? I think he's in an okay spot.
He's pretty strong. Once again, I'm always left with this question a lot this patch. Why? Like, why? What are we doing this?
I hate the guy. Bro, there's so much tank busting in this patch. In the Dino patch, like that's kind of what this is, bro. They're just like having to Iron Fist as well. Iron Fist didn't get better against squishies. It's just more spamming on main and blocking.
We already kind of are brainstorming like the Dino plus Thing plus Hulk, like Mantis speed boost, like just a fucking psycho brawl. So maybe they're afraid. They're like, ooh, we gotta buff this fucking guy.
Yeah,
like,
I want to run a big hitbox comp. Like I want all the biggest heroes on one team. Like
just a comp that like they can hit all the shots they want, but it doesn't fucking matter because we're just like a glob of 3,000 fucking health, like
death ball.
Yeah, legit death ball. We'll talk about that more in a second. Of the second coming of Goats. Goats is back, baby. It's back better than ever.
I think this change is fine. I mean, it's not much. It'll save you once a game or something. It's whatever. It just seems kind of random. But I would
Power
prefer
creep.
this. Power. I would prefer it be shorter cooldown and maybe have like less of an effect. So I mean, I'm okay with this.
How do y'all feel about like? I feel like a lot of these patch notes have this where it's like a change that doesn't really do anything, like doesn't meaningfully matter, and they do them all the time. Where it's just
if I'm thinking about what this actually does, this is a win rate change. This will adjust the win rate slightly, but it's not something you
like
feel in
half
game.
1%. Yeah.
I mean, you probably will feel this game, to be honest. It might feel like in some games he always has his passive. I'm kind of against this in general because I hate the hero. I remember season 2 when we were permabanning him. I don't forget. Like, he's still the same hero, bro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he
I don't want to get
is.
fucking
No, he's
altered by
actually
this guy. I
legit
hate him.
stronger than he was in season 2. Actually, 'cause
Like, bro, no, don't do this, please. Like, you can't plan for his passive. There's no real visual indicator that means anything. It can adjust on the fly. Like, the problem with this ability is that it adjusts per KO. Like, this needs to have a flat cooldown and a visual indicator that makes sense so you know when he has it and he doesn't.
Oh, that would
That's
be
kind
really
of it,
cool
bro.
to know it has.
I would love to hear a cool like global voice line from him. I'm ready, bub, or something like
Oh,
that.
like when he has it. Oh shit.
His win rate is just like sitting around like 47, 48% overall. So it does seem like a bit of a win rate change. But also at the same time, like Star-Lord had a 50%, 51% win rate. So
There's literally
I don't know where
no
they're coming.
fucking consistency in this patch, and in none of the patches there are. It's not about win rate. Sometimes it feels like it's vibes. I don't fucking know. I don't really know.
It really does.
It's
It
maybe
really does.
maybe it's what you said. It's optics. Sometimes it does feel a little bit like it's optics.
Because like everybody knows Invis is OP, and then you look at this change, and it's like it's only for the push. It hardly does anything.
Let's talk about for those listening. So
Is
this
this,
is the
by the way,
change.
is this
So-
push only and
yeah,
not
whoa,
pull?
Yeah.
Yes. So let me. Some people are only going to be able to listen to this.
Oh
on the
my
pod, so.
god.
So now Sue, her push distance goes down from 12 to 10, and the damage goes from 55 to 50 damage. And it is only the push. Only the push got nerfed,
Is that
not the
confirmed?
pull.
That's confirmed.
From my
'Cause
understanding,
I would think that this is like they just forgot to type.
yeah.
it
push
might
slash
be.
pull.
Let me actually.
Remember the
take a look.
torch patch notes?
Are
This
they-
could
are
we
they
could be
linked?
off.
Are they
Invis
linked?
is gutted, guys. She'll never recover from this.
Well, let's see if is the push and pull the same right now.
Well, they're both on E.
Push
or
pull.
both on...
No. Pull is only 7
Oh,
meters.
my
So it's only.
God.
So it's the
Oh.
same. The pool's the same. The pool is still 7.
Oh.
Push is now 10. So no, it's not a typo or.
But there's only
mistype or
one
anything.
damage on that wiki, so maybe the damage is affecting both.
Yeah.
I believe
Probably.
so. Yes. Yeah, it's the same damage across both.
The mentality would be behind it,
Really
so
fucking
it's
was
so it's
relevant,
easy
right,
to
guys?
stay on top of her if you dive her, is whatever this is.
Like,
I
but
guess.
no one has really been complaining about her push, anyways. Like,
No.
push has never been anyone's fucking complaint, and no one's complained about its damage
This is-
either.
It's
can't
the one
buy
thing
this
they
damage.
probably shouldn't have nerfed because you can go for push plays like stealth sneakily and reposition to get people off the map. So now they get rid of like the one cool thing she does do. She's still a raid boss. Now you're even more encouraged to just play her like passively heal body. This is so lame. This is such a bad change.
more frequently, she will do the thing that's annoying now.
Yeah,
Like, that's the point. Like, okay, sick, bro. What are
terrible.
we doing?
terrible change.
I think the problem, of course, for a lot of people is like the self shield, which should probably be reworked into a different form of ability. I don't think the self shield is necessarily I think
The best idea.
I think the self shield should have been the one to be addressed, or at least like the range of like the push and pull more than anything, because
Yep.
it's like 30 meters or something, which is pretty insane.
Yeah,
Like,
self shield
an
broke this
instant-
hero. Like,
an instant speed pull, instant speed CC from range, I don't really feel like it's an undodgeable CC that's instantaneous. Like,
Yeah.
people were bitching about Bucky Hook. I remember forever when Bucky Hook was
Yeah.
like on an 8-second cooldown. And that thing is like stubby and telegraphed. Like, and
Yeah.
this is not. And it does the same fucking thing most of the time. Like, just gets you just enough outside, like out of your comfort zone to die or to not get away. Here's the only thing this is the only thing I can understand. The reason that they refused to nerf her is because they also, by the way, we didn't talk about it. What was not changed in the DPS catalog. No Black Cat changes, no Daredevil changes. None of these characters were touched. And
No
so maybe
more.
that's the argument. Yeah, like let's actually we rewind it a little bit and talk about that. There's a lot of people that think Black Cat needs to be nerfed. There's a lot of people that think that Daredevil is still really, really strong. What are y'all's thoughts on the fact that they didn't touch either of those characters in this patch?
The Daredevil one is shocking to me, considering his insane win rate on him, and then how oppressive that hero is. Like,
It is insane.
that one.
I mean,
there's no one that even compares or comes even close. Like,
except for
I'm
Jean
like-
Grey. It was Jean Grey.
Yeah,
Even
Lights
then,
out
like,
there
in terms
talking
of-
about Daredevil being the only one like to gatekeep or like being able to contest these heroes. I bet Jean beats Daredevil now this patch, probably in a 1v1 or some shit.
Yeah, I mean,
if he
they're
wasn't
both-
already.
I mean, we're talking about like the greatest sorcerer in history versus the greatest sorcerer of all time, or whatever, or today. Yeah, you know, like they're both like fucking so good. And it feels like both of them should probably just be brought down. Like,
I
and
agree.
instead both of them are not. And you could argue Invis, Phoenix, Daredevil, like all three of them are on this like plane of like power. Gambit, like these extremely busted heroes for like the past entire season that didn't get touched. Like the only S tier hero that actually got nerfed was Tankpool. He's the only one that actually ate a nerf. The other
reasonably
ones
got nerfed. Yeah.
The other
Tanks.
ones didn't fucking
Always the
get nerfed.
tanks.
Invis,
always the tanks,
this nerf doesn't even affect Invis. Daredevil didn't get fucking touched. Phoenix got buffed. Like, what are we doing?
I see an argument a lot that characters like Daredevil and by proxy Black Cat are a necessary evil. And I'm like, no, they are not. They are an excuse, is what they are. They're not they're an excuse to keep these characters busted. So when you play characters that can't like pressure them enough and deal with them, you feel helpless. Like you can't balance around Invis around one or two matchups and have her beat those, and then just struggle with raid, server admin, everything else. You can't do that. Tone them down a little bit, and we can tone down the sustain. I mean, I just feel like 59% pick rate, 53% win rate on that hero. Like, are we serious?
On
Like,
Daredevil
this is
or Invis?
Invis.
The pick rate and win rate on that hero is atrocious, and this is what we get. Like,
Yeah.
According to their own stats, it's 51.3% on their own stats.
Okay, well, they also told us triple heal was bad from their stats, so I don't think we can really trust what they're telling us.
Like, here's me coming to the defense of supports here. All right, because like as one who actually has a support in their top three, like they are balancing the game not based off of like what the supports can do in like a 1v1 situation. They're balancing them based off of how the game is played, and everybody does the same thing where each person tries to dive the backline at the same time, and both sides complain about like not getting enough heals, and both teams want their healers to heal them while they dive. They want to heal the front line. They say also defend the other support and defend yourself at the same time. So they buffed the supports to do just that. Because in Season 2, they said dive is really strong, but also you should defend your supports. And collectively, as a community, everyone said, not my fucking job. So what did they do? 3 seasons later, they buffed the supports to do everything asked of them. And you want to know something? There's still not enough support players in Celestial, so I don't want to fucking hear from anyone. Because I'm
literally
tired
just
of playing
played-
support
yeah.
for people who have a negative win rate on support.
They
That
don't
was our
need
experience today.
they don't need more responsibility. They need less. Lower their agency. Lower it. They'll be happier. They just don't know it.
And I do to speak to what you're saying, Death, is like I do get like the community like lost its fucking mind, and like everyone bitches at a support to like simultaneously like deal with the dive, heal them, ult perfectly, like do all these things all at the same time, and like that's kind of what they power creep to too. The problem is that it doesn't change. It doesn't change anything. Like people are still bitching even now. My argument is that people will bitch no matter what you do. Like these characters, like Invis could literally be immortal and could press a button on you to heal you to instantly full. And people would bitch about you not swapping it to them when they need it, right when they need it. Like it literally doesn't matter. So like, I think that especially this game has this problem where by design, everyone is so reliant on supports, and supports are given so much that it puts a lot of pressure on the support player.
yes.
And it also makes these supports are like extremely powerful. And I think if we adjusted things, we reduced the sustain, maybe increased damage and playmaking of these supports, but reduced the sustain, reduced the healing, maybe gave everyone the heal passive we're talking about. people are still gonna bitch, but I think the game is gonna feel a lot better to play from everyone's point of view, in my opinion. I don't know what y'all think, but I think that
the whole pain point of that support experience is the level of responsibility they have, and that directly comes from the damage and healing numbers in this game. Like, healing is so ludicrously high that the base, like, from day one support experience is that you kind of have the potential to keep everybody alive, right? Meaning that you have to keep track of 5 targets, and that's it. It's heal botting, right? And they also made these ludicrously, like, attention-draining, hyper-mobile dive heroes that kind of at the skill floor can really feel like they are always there. And for a player being onboarded into this game, it's just like, it's a complete fucking mental overload, bro. And it's completely unpleasant, and it makes it feel like the game isn't working. And you kind of can remedy that by making them weaker. Like, if they didn't have to be healing everything constantly, like, you could narrow the focus of stuff and make it feel like, you know, doing this, and this job, as well as ulting perfectly, blah, 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 wasn't what you had to do all the time. And you know what? It would also open up future hero releases to not always need a fucking circle of healing in their ultimate, you know, and they could be rocket on launch, and it's just a damage boost, and it is utility.
But we got a support ult that wasn't healing. It was Gambit. We fucking hate it. Like,
no, you know what Gambit ult is? Gambit ult is, if you boil down what a circle healing ult is, you can turn that directly into Gambit, and it's 1-to-1. What were fucking circle heal ults used for? It is, you play passively, and when someone makes a mistake, you rip away all space from the enemy team and run them over and shit them out dead. And that is exactly what Gambit's ult does. It functions the perfect way that Luna ult did in the first ever triple sup season 1.5, whatever. It's the same thing, and the speed boost arguably makes it even better. Like, it's just
one of the things,
oh my god, man,
I really like what you're saying, Gallus. Let me like introduce it, like almost word it in a way to where I think support players would actually be okay if their heroes got nerfed. Reduce that passive healing, like, or that healing output, like you said. And now you can give them more defensive tools and more ways to fight back against these really oppressive heroes. And now all of a sudden, I'm not reliant on healers as much as a tank, and you get to fight your own fights while still being overall probably less strong. And I think that's like a fair trade-off.
I love the idea of supports having pieces of utility that aren't healing pieces of utility. Like, they can erect a wall. Maybe they have a bubble. They have a barrier. They have stuff that they can do to protect themselves that is not just we are healing more or we are adding more sustain. Because the problem is that sustain is then used in a lot of different ways that just are like kind of break the game. If you make it so that sustain could just let you just tank through ults, then it can be used aggressively, like you're seeing with Invis, where like Coach Covey was said, Invis can literally hold these off angles and win duels with DPS if they just run into her. Like, in isolation, she just gets to win because of that level of sustain. And like, this isn't necessarily like, we're not trying to criticize every support. We're not criticizing all of them. We will criticize some, but we are specifically criticizing Invis. Like, just this character is we're criticizing a lot.
Invis itself shield makes her a raid boss for sure. Like, she's super powerful
because what you're talking about with like the juggling of everything, like I can agree with that with something like Luna, where you're like, you have to freeze, you have to hit, you have to do this. But when Invis can, against a lot of characters, just put a shield on herself and then do something else, I don't really think that's not even comparable to like the juggling that Luna would have to do to like do multiple different things at the same time. Like before, when she could put it on an ally, like at least she had a position well to them, and like kind of like there was extra pressure involved there. Like
I kind of see Invis the same way as I do like Penny though. Like, if you break the shield, she's really weak during the fight without it, right? And like,
but it's always up. It's never down for a substantial amount of time.
You could say the same thing about the Penny Nest. And once again, when I see the Invis shield, I'm shooting the Invis shield. When I see the Penny Nest, I'm shooting the Penny Nest. Like, people need to shoot the things that don't give them damage numbers. Like,
I know, but that's like my problem is like I spend time shooting the Penny Nest. Like you, I spend time shooting the Penny Nest. I spend time shooting the Invis shield, and that's value that I got that someone else needs to capitalize on. And you just can't expect that in ranked play. Like, you just don't see that. Like, people don't capitalize on any of the value that you create for them. you could shoot a Phoenix ult to 1 HP and no one's gonna. Everyone's
Someone
running.
shoots it, yeah.
Everyone's fucking running.
Yeah.
But this is
I mean,
where, like,
I think yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and I'll toss to you, Greg. Like, this is where the player base, because I see people all the time, they're like, oh, I can't believe, like, I dove the Luna, she froze me and headshot me and killed me and I died. And I'm like, yeah, but you had multiple abilities you could have used to bait it out, to dodge it, and you didn't. And she ended up outplaying you there. Like, yeah, she's powerful, but at the same time, like, the other day I went and I fought a Luna and she started clapping and I just walked away. And then I came back in 3 seconds later and I capitalized on my own opportunity. A lot of people are trying to force things to happen that don't need to happen. Like, people still haven't learned in Rivals yet that pulling attention and resources is value, because we have a portion of the player base that is like playing strategically and trying to pull out resources and stay alive, and another player base that's running it down, getting 30 plus deaths in a game, being like, I'm creating value. And both
Saying,
sides
"Heal
can't
me!"
exist both sides can't exist in the same game. Like, you have two players playing two completely different ways.
So I'm saying,
I know you can keep me up.
The auto healing passive solves these problems a lot. I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep preaching it until NetEase puts it in. I'm just saying it puts.
Greg, I'm curious what you were gonna say, because
One thing I want to say to what you just said is, like, I think what you said is true, and part of the reason why that kind of behavior or mentality of just like running it down is so strong is because the healing has been so good historically in the game.
It's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle.
You're able to walk forward, and a lot of healers can actually keep you up if you're brain-numbingly pressing W in main and doing nothing. Like, and it's viable because the heals do exist to support that. So that's like a very tough issue.
Because that's the point I hear the most. I see it all the time. They say, if you nerf the healing and sustain in this game, you have to nerf the damage because there's too much damage in this game. Otherwise, people would just explode. And my argument to that is, have you ever played Overwatch? People don't fucking stand in the goddamn open and tank getting shot by 10 people and live.
It's a third-person shooter. And
You use cover.
People
There's a
don't use
fucking
cover in a
rule.
third-person shooter. How crazy is that?
They don't. And it's not really anyone's fault except for the devs here. I love the devs, full simp, but it is the devs' fault, because when you create a system that allows people to just be completely out of position and survive through it, they start to expect that.
Yeah.
And then their demands rise to a certain level, and then supports feel like that is their burden because they expect that, and it's just like this cycle where, like, you just gotta fucking rip the Band-Aid off eventually, and like tell people, hey, you need to fucking play cover, or you're gonna be in plat. Like, that's just how it is. Like, you don't get to climb.
Shit that
yeah,
sucks
and then
though.
they switch to Widow, and then they throw your game because they're like, fine, fuck this game is unwinnable. Like, I play too much fucking support to deal with this of like, oh yeah, like, you need to learn to be a better DPS. Like, that's never gonna happen, because when I play DPS, the game ends and I have like damage taken at the end of it, 5,000 damage. And my other DPS has like 16,000, and they just don't.
They're
ever
standing down main. Ooh, let's go.
And it's just like, you could just not, like, this is one of the things, they'll stand in front of 6 people, take damage, and they'll be like, where was my heals? Like, dude, you were Punisher ulting into an invis ult in front of 6 people. I was healed. Like, what did you want me to do more? Like,
that actually happened to me like last week, bro. A punny just ulted in front of the invis ult. He just fucking died. What are you doing, bro?
And then they blame you, and you're like, well, fuck, man. Like, I totally agree, but I think that even if we lowered the healing, our Rivals players going to learn? I don't think so. They haven't been too quick so far.
Like, the people that learn will actually climb. Like, exactly. They'll
Pain
climb.
is the best teacher.
They'll
If you just keep fucking dying and shit changes, at some point you're gonna be like, I'm sick of dying, bro. Something changes.
You're losing
the Rivals players don't care.
But if you start, you have to do that. And the no performance gain. Like, the Band-Aid needs to be ripped all at the same time. And like, people just fucking suck. Like, I think a mini version of this happened with the ult change, where there were some players that just started fucking sucking when they couldn't build an ult every fight or mid fight or whatever.
Yeah. I was gonna say one other thing about Invis before. I don't want to harp on it too much, but I like, we were talking about her shield and how broken she is in general, and I do think that shooting the shield is very effective. And I think the shield is very strong, but I don't think it's the main reason why she's broken, in my opinion. In my opinion, I think that she offers probably some of the best utility out of all the supports, while also having some of the highest healing output. And that's like, in theory, the slider you should be adjusting when balancing a strategist or like a support character in a game is like, if they have a lot of utility, then they can have less healing, or if they have a shit ton of healing, they can have less utility. And like that should be a trade-off in my opinion. And I feel like she doesn't really get that trade-off. She has some of the best healing and burst healing output in the game, and then also some of the best utility with the ability to choose in a moment's notice if she needs to push or pull somebody. She could ground people. Like I don't know, she could block abilities. Like I mean, she has too much utility paired with the healing output.
I mean, I walked flank as Namor one time, double squid ulted. This fucking invis looked at me for a second, shot the squids, shielded up, was doing something completely different, fucking just completely ignored me. The shield tanked my ult.
Yeah.
She's like healed her team for 10 seconds, turned around to me, shot me once, I bubbled, I popped out a bubble, she pulled me back in, she killed me. I was like, all right, what the fuck? Like, she gave no fucks about anything I was doing. Like, not even a little bit.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
But there was also no one there to contest your own angle, and there was also like there's usually no one there like ready to peel for you either. That's what it means. It's like the game is balanced around the idea that everyone is playing their own selfish game. So that's what they balance the game around.
Luna has to hit a skill shot on me. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Is Luna has to hit a skill shot. This Invis doesn't have to do shit. She doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah, I agree. The self shield should be reworked into an ability that actually makes it so you could predict it and outplay your opponent. I agree with that one.
Because I love playing Luna. I think
I know
Luna's
how to
really
do
good
that.
right now.
I can fix that. You
yeah?
fucking revert the self shield. Why can she self shield? It broke the hero. The entire gameplay loop was destroyed by making her able to self shield. Also, at the same time, there was a shorter range for push and pull. So if you went to do a push and a pull, you were in a more risky position. When they introduced the self shield, risky positions stopped existing, which also meant having somewhere to double jump and thinking about doing that and turning invisible kind of became meaningless in the kit. As did looking for your other strategist to shield and get the healing off the shield yourself. Like, all of that skill expression and being good at invis was burned out of the kit by introducing the self shield. And as a result, now the shield heals herself less. So a good invis who was getting that healing gets less, full stop. And she's just this, like, it's just value. It's just value. She just gets the output she gets. And where is the player? Like,
to be fair, a lot of invis players were also like, you know, upset at their own self shield, as far as I could tell. Like, they even didn't understand. They thought that she needed a nerf like immediately afterwards as well.
Yeah. I saw Invis players not generally like it. I also do think that the same Invises that are complaining about it though would probably complain when it's gone. But I don't know. I just don't understand them.
They'll be like, "What are we gonna do now?" No, I actually like Gallus's. I like kind of where you're going with that. Maybe make her heals just like not heal enough past a certain point, and make her like this kind of like mid range, but she's tanky. Like if you want to go that route, just something has got to give with her.
Am I hearing the Hulk player ask for less heals on his supports?
Hey, I can adapt. Can they?
I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see.
I never see my invises go off on side
I said,
angles.
I love support players. I don't love invis players. I'm sorry.
I love support players. I love them all. I have no problem with support.
Okay, wait, real quick. We're gonna move on, but I want to talk really quickly about Black Cat because word on the street is that Black Cat is actually like the strongest DPS in the game secretly.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that character not getting any nerfs? Do you think it's too soon for nerfs? Do you think that character should? Because the people that have figured that character out are running down lobbies. That's why this character is starting to get banned a lot. Like once you get to C1 plus, like this character's banned in every game. Because if you let this character through, they're literally just bunny hopping your lobbies down and just fucking killing everybody. Now, do you think that that's we're kind of at level 1 where people have figured it out and they haven't figured out the counters, or do you think like, oh, we should just nip this in the bud, hot fix it like right now? Like, how do you feel about it? What's y'all's thoughts?
I think it's fine to leave her out of this patch note. I mean, in higher elo, like you said, she's gonna be banned anyway, and it's fine. I do think she's insanely good. It's just going to take people a little bit of time to get used to her. She's a fairly complex character because she has, 6 extra abilities. So I think it's okay to give the community a little bit of time. With every patch note that we've read, we were always talking about, okay, is this geared towards higher elo, lower elo, geared towards just adjusting the win rate? And, I mean, I just think that there's no reason to even do any of that yet for her because most of the player base is still figuring her out. In high elo, she's banned anyway, so I think it's okay. I do think she's extremely strong, though, and I think she is probably the best DPS. Like, if you play her to her potential, she might be the best DPS in the game right now. But a lot of people aren't doing that, so I think we're gonna just see some nerfs are probably an 8.5, and I think I'm okay with that.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
That's my take.
Okay. All right, let's talk about Loki. So,
did anyone else want Black Cat? I don't want to take.
no,
I pretty much agree with that.
You said everything I wanted to say. To be
I
honest,
mean,
that's
obviously
pretty
she
much
needs
it.
nerfs, but yeah, you covered it. I mean, she definitely needs nerfs. I don't think anyone disagrees with that.
yeah,
I think
feel like I
for
don't
stuff
understand.
that could be broken. For stuff that could be broken, I don't think she's the worst thing out there, like that we've had in the past. So like maybe waiting a patch, I'm kind of cool with. I think the main thing that sticks out to her for me is iframes. I think iframes kind of, there's a bit of iframe creep. I think look, no one talks about it, but Star-Lord and Magic, I personally have a problem with because of the iframes.
Really?
I think the
suck,
iframe windows are too wide. I think they're very forgiving. Like on a lot of heroes, you lose shitloads.
You know what? You know why they're
because of the-
forgiving? Because this game's on fucking, what is it, 60-bit or
Oh,
what is
true.
it called? 60 ping, or I forgot what it's called. Tick, 60
Is it
tick.
tick-
This
low-
game's
a
on
low tick
60
server?
tick. Yeah, it's fucking ass. If you don't make the iframes that liberal, you'll just fucking die on your screen when you.
I'd like to see
That's the problem.
whatever the most minimal way they can shorten them. I want to see what that would look like. But
Yeah,
for
iframes are very
her, I think
frustrating.
it's like low key. Her survivability is also
It's
crazy.
Very
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
actually-
she can iframe into fucking invis, into shield, into like she has a lot. She has so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have something to add to like the iframes and how forgiving stuff is, because this is something like as a dev, I feel like I can speak on a little bit. A lot of people say that the game is like it's catered to casuals, and I don't believe that. I think a lot of the game is more forgiving, not because of who they're catering to, but because of the experience of their own team. Like they went for, if we're talking about Blizzard's been making PvP games for decades. Like they know how to do the netcode and everything. So how do you balance around the idea that you don't quite have the same experience as Blizzard? Well, especially when you're dealing with like internet, pings all over the world. Well, you generally make collisions and hitboxes or things a bit more forgiving. So I think the reason why you have those iframes and stuff the way that they are is because of the fact that it wasn't ever meant to be like, oh, this is supposed to be easy. This was the best this was what they could do with the team that they had, and I think that they did a really good job. Like, maybe they can change things later to like tighten it up or something. But that's something I want to push back of, like, whenever people hear this stuff like, oh, it's just too easy or whatnot. But it's to be forgiving, so that way when you're playing, you're not frustrated. And I think that's an important thing to remember when it comes to these things.
I agree. Can we fix no regs for this exact same reason? Because they hit me a lot, and I always get tilted when I get no reg. Okay, wait. Let's move on to Loki. So they said that they're gonna lean him more into the support role, allowing for more reliable healing but less damage. So his Mystic Missile healing ratio goes from 90 back to 100, but the damage ratio goes from 90 to 80. This is for his clones. So his clones are going to do, I mean, like, remember, OG Loki was just 100-100. Now they nerfed it down to 90-90, and now it is back to 100 healing. But, I mean, this kind of encourages you to be a heal bot more. I mean, you're going to be able to generate more ult charge by being a heal bot. What do y'all think about this change? This seems kind of strange.
This is an overall net nerf to Loki, in my opinion, because damage is how you carry as a support, and with his ult also being changed, it seems like an overall just like pretty decent.
It was really hard to get his ult anyways. Like, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Like, Loki definitely felt the ult change, like the ult nerf.
Yeah.
I still think he needed a nerf to his ult. I think the ult nerf is like a good change. I think forcing him into more of a healer is fine, but it's going to be less annoying to play against, I think, as a diver, which is, something to think about. I think I would still like to see down the road having different versions of every hero, to see a version of Loki that isn't a healer but still has more or less the same abilities and is more of a damage dealer. Maybe the clones will do 10% of his damage as healing but are mostly for damage, and I could see like a world where that would be a thing, which I would definitely be something I support.
I see what you're saying. Like,
yeah,
like you could slide that and make him damage dealer. Yeah. It's just very odd because I feel like right now Loki, I don't really understand. I just don't understand the reasoning for this, I guess. Once again, I keep running into this problem where I don't understand the reason for them changing this. Like, I do understand that Loki gets banned a lot right now. It's almost always because of Gambit or triple support, like Mantis, Ultron. So I just don't really get the... They're also... Oh, in combination with this, I forgot. They're increasing his ult charge from 4,300 to 4,500.
Yeah.
I don't really know why. Like, was Loki dominating just as Loki? I don't really understand.
I think he's pretty strong in support. I mean,
he's good.
He's got good survivability. His lamps are like another ultimate. Regardless of these patch notes, I think Loki has just always been like a very good support because also whatever support ult is best, depending on bans, depending on the meta, you get 2 of them, So his ult will always be amazing no matter what the meta is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the nerf is fine for him because he is always good. I don't know if this is gonna feel like so bad for Loki players. I don't play Loki enough to really give a fair assessment on it.
It just feels kind of odd to like not nerf Gambit, not really nerf Invis, and then like nerf Loki. Like out of the 3, it just feels a little strange. What do I know? I mean, I once again, I'm just trying to figure out their justification for it. That's all.
I don't really understand. Am I crazy? Have I seen less Lokis this season than before?
I very rarely see Loki. I very rarely see Loki.
Yeah. Because he's still a solid support if you can play Loki, but like I just haven't seen him as much.
I mean, I would like to see. I personally love the offensive part of Loki. Like I would like to see them like double that down. Like I would like to see like the opposite of this, where the healing's like 70% and the damage is like just as much 100. Like I would like to see that because I like the idea of I can play Loki in a dive and I can shoot at the people that my team is diving. Like I like that personally.
Lower his passive healing by a lot, maybe down to 50%, but a kill gets you a reset on your lamps, maybe.
Oh shit!
That'd be crazy.
Backstab.
No.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, no, infinite less. Fuck you, Psylocke. Fuck you.
You gotta get a kill though. You gotta play the game.
Psylocke also did not get nerfed. No, I'm just kidding. Psylocke's not even top of the menu anymore with fucking Star-Lord jumping her. Okay, all right. Let's talk about Mantis because this is probably the craziest change in the patch. So now the damage boost doesn't give 12% damage boost; it gives 8 instead. But it gives a flat 100 movement speed, which is about 12% movement speed for most characters. So, yeah, they did this because they wanted to give her a uniqueness because Ultron gave that damage buff, even though Ultron also does give a movement buff.
They're now more similar. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that makes no sense. But this scares the shit out of me. By the way,
scary.
Mantis Ultron triple support comps are going. You might not even need triple support low key. Like if you have an aggressive enough team comp, you may be able to make it work with 2.
Hear me out.
It's
just
crazy,
straight up
crazy
goats.
Comps.
I don't. Did you play Overwatch, Greg? I don't know if you came from Overwatch.
Not really during like peak Overwatch. That's kind of why I got addicted to Rivals because I missed peak Overwatch and I viewed this as like my second opportunity to re-experience it.
in Overwatch, there was a composition that basically was the most powerful composition for almost 2 years, and it was goats. It was triple tank, triple support.
And I remember the main reason why it was so OP was because of Brig, right? She came in and
she
broke the
did,
game.
but there was a character that already existed that made that comp possible, and it was Lucio. Lucio was the character that sped your entire team. This is not quite that because you don't give speed to everyone around you. You have to still target people. But the idea that you can speed boost 3 tanks around the corner to like bridge the gap, like giving Brawl the capability to close in a gap, like is pretty fucking strong. Like
that makes
Mantis
sense.
is going to be the easiest way to do it. Like even Storm, it's not as easy on her because she's kind of a sitting duck.
Like, I'm very afraid of a composition of, like, triple tank with a Mantis and an Ultron, and you just have, like, lots of ways to give area heals and speed, and it's just, like, you could just get run up on, like, straight up run up on, and I'm just horrified of it. Like, I'm legit horrified of it. Like, it seems like it could be extremely
Hulk
busted.
thing with Mantis Ultron.
It's scary.
I like the idea behind this change. I think that a flat damage boost definitely benefits characters that don't really have to put themselves at risk. They can kind of just stay at a range and just be very oppressive with just like constant firing of your primary, right? Like the melee heroes don't because by that half the time of the damage boost is up, like you have to use that time to actually get in, right?
That actually makes sense.
I like the idea behind it. It does make certain comps less oppressive, but my big problem with it is it's still overtuned. So the idea behind the change, good. The movement speed, taking it out of the damage is fine, but the movement speed should be like 50, and the damage should be like 5%. It's still too much.
But I get what you're talking
It's still too
Maybe not
much.
50, but yeah. No, I see what you're saying because this effect definitely doesn't really help poke characters nearly as much. Like, it actually is much worse for poke characters. Like brawl characters get the most benefit from the movement, right?
Yeah, this is a buff in more situations than not, in my opinion, which is not really what you wanted to see for Mantis. I mean, I'd be open to hearing someone who disagrees, but I think this is overall buff.
I mean, I guess we're shifting her from a poke slop enabler to like a poke slop and a dive, a brawl slop.
Brawl slop.
Brawl slop, dive slop enabler. I've been saying for a while that Mantis is bannable. Like, I think in 7.5 you should have had Mantis on like a lot of people should ban her because
I see her banned
enables,
fairly often.
Yeah. I feel like people still
Not
don't
as
ban her
often as
enough.
others, but
Like, I think she should legitimately be like first pick ban, like in a lot of games, because she just enables some. Unless you're specifically trying to play like a Groot triple comp, like then fine, you can keep her open. But
She's gonna be more fun
I
too.
think the reason people don't ban her is because you don't have any strategist playing anyways. So how are you gonna get 3 people to run it?
yeah, I guess
No,
that's
that's true.
fair.
I feel like I just get really unlucky though. I feel like other people have very different experiences than me. They're like, oh, we have like 4 supports this game, triple support every game. I'm like, bro, I have on average 0.5 supports per game.
Yeah,
on
it's
my
because you
team.
didn't buy enough skins before your game.
That's probably it. That's probably it. I'm
players need to start buying them
autofilling
skins.
every fucking game. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend I know exactly what this change is gonna do, but I will say that it scares me more than most, like almost every other change besides the Star-Lord change in this patch. It has the highest chance of like breaking the game out of all the changes in the patch.
It's a pretty big variable added in. Yeah, this movement speed boost.
I will say, like flying heroes is, like I think like Human Torch now with a speed boost like that.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
kind of Torch
Imagine
Ultron
Iron
again.
Man
Like,
with 100 extra movement speed beaming you, like
actually though, like he'll have damage and speed, and he's tankier when he's doing that. Like, no joke, that could actually be a thing.
I mean, we just gotta run. I'm telling you. All right, Gallus, we need to run the duos, bro. I'll damage boost your or speed boost your goddamn Mr. Fent.
Yes,
Let's run
bro,
it down,
please.
baby. Let's run it the fuck down.
Please, I need
I'm
a
telling you,
Mantis
that shit's
pocket.
gonna be insane. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
dude.
so fun.
Mantis boosting and
Oh
giving him a leaf as well when he gets more HP.
yeah,
you
no,
know,
I'll
he's
be in there
good.
too. I'll give you an out if you need an out, and then
Hell yeah.
then I'll flake back in. Let's go. Like that's it. Oh, no, that seems incredible. All right. We brought the expedient on Rocket Death to talk about the Rocket.
We got a lot of Rocket
My
players
man.
in here.
These
I'm
are
the expert
pretty.
here.
These are
I'm gonna
pretty
fight on that one.
substantial. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
1 extra damage on his projectile. He shoots really fucking fast though, so it's deceptively a lot. He has 2 more ammo in his heal, and his ultimate is 300 down. With you also got to think about like more uptime and more damage. He's actually going to build his ultimate even faster than that. So, what are your thoughts on all these changes combined? And how do you feel about Rocket in the ecosystem of all the supports?
Rocket is still always like pretty powerful. I still have a high win rate on him, and this will make him even stronger. It'll make me win even more games playing him. But the problem is he's still not going to be fun to play because when you're playing Rocket against Black Cat, Daredevil, all these BP, all of these heroes that can just insta burst you, and you're just kind of like you can barely crawl on the walls anymore. It's not fun. So this doesn't change anything about how he's played. It doesn't make him more fun. It's just going to be the benefit to his team for the most part. Like the damage is like, okay, I guess that's nice, but still, once again, like we talked about in the other podcast, like just make it so I can go from right click to left click a little bit faster.
Yes.
And give me my wall crawl speed back and nerf the res beacon, because this still doesn't address any of the parts that make him not fun to play. And that's what I hate about like stats, because people are gonna look at the stats and be like, oh, Rocket's so strong. It's like, right, but something strong doesn't necessarily mean it's fun, and that's why I have an issue with this.
I guess that makes sense. The res beacon is just inflating his win rate, but doesn't actually make your user experience any better. Like at all.
I don't enjoy the res beacon. Like, and
But it seriously may as well be a passive in AoE around him. Like, there shouldn't be an active part of it at this point. It's like the res beacon is not fun for anybody involved.
No.
Like,
I agree.
yeah.
Let him throw down a wall. I'm telling you, that'd be super sick. What if you could throw down a wall? Just
give
sprout up
me
a
another
wall, a little
gadget.
piece of cover, or
Yeah.
any gadget. Any gadget would be sick. Any
They should-
gadget, yeah.
They should do it like a team-wide teleportation thing. Could be cool, like that you put down and then you can.
Oh,
if
like
you
a
need
tele,
quick
like
escape
Sim. Yeah,
that anyone
like
could walk
Sim
through,
and
or like
Overwatch.
Black Cat kind of
yeah.
has. Could be it's
interesting.
rockety.
There's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
kinds of cool little tech things you could do with Rocket. Really.
Yeah, I mean, because because he tinkers with gadgets. Like, I feel like the design team has a ton of possibilities, and it's just really disappointing that he feels so clunky and terrible now, and we keep buffing all of the parts that are just like the least interesting parts of his kit.
Yeah.
What if there was like how like everyone gets like team ups, like like the Bucky fucking Cap team up, and there's like all these little team ups. What if there was a beacon you threw down that dropped an item? So it's kind of like Res Beacon, but it drops an item that is literally an ability, like just a team up, like, and then anyone can grab it and just use it. You grab it, you walk over there, you grab it, you use it. It's like
I mean,
a
they have the
one-time
precedent
use.
for it. It's basically the jump pack, except just more complex.
You're right.
Yeah.
But it could be something offensive. It could
So
be
you're-
something
you're-
that allows for playmaking.
You're saying my Spider-Man could get Atom Res and then
Oh, no, nothing that strong. Like something, like just something. Maybe it's like a barrel roll or fucking.
Oh.
Maybe it's a jetpack, like like a dash, but you could put it on any. Like you as Hulk can go grab it and then like jump, but then like dash and like dodge bullshit, or you jump in, you try to jump out, the Invis tries to pull you, and then you dash out of the pool, like something kind of cool. I don't know.
I'm all for more strategy for the strategists.
Okay.
yep.
All for that.
Well, you gotta say it like that. Okay.
Listen, I don't want to
Excited
hear
for
from
Rocket.
people who don't have support in their top 3 most played about how to play support today.
He plays.
I'm not gonna stand
He
for it.
plays. His third most played is definitely Rocket.
4th most played is for Captain Coach, and ask
Yeah,
him what his
Captain
all-time
Coach. Hey,
win rate is.
Oh,
I'm clean on Rocket.
No,
I
he
am-
might.
I'm
He
clean.
might.
Every
He
tank
might
main- every
be
tank
on
main
his
plays
phone.
Rocket.
He
Every
might be
tank
on his
main
phone and
plays
drinking
Rocket.
at the same time.
Every tank main fills to Rocket occasionally. You don't play Rocket. All right, this is where I'm gonna actually like fight you guys on this one, because everyone sits there and says, "Oh, Rocket, all you do is sit back and hold right click," and everybody is like, "Oh, if you play Rocket, you can just get boosted." But I've looked at your guys' win rates on Rocket, and they're negative. I am the only one with a positive win rate on Rocket.
I
had 80% when I hit Eternity last season on Rocket. That was on my main account. I don't know, man.
Howdy, gays.
I had about, I think I had like a 10 or 11.
Yeah,
But yeah, I play Rocket when I'm feeling,
Yeah,
obviously.
I'm happy for any Rocket buffs I can get to make it so that when I am filling, I'm less of a
my
liability.
problem is
Yeah,
like,
dude.
if I
So
climb
that's
to a
my
high rank on a support, y'all would say that, oh, you just did it on Gambit, DPSing, or Mantis, or like Jeff being aggressive.
Yeah.
Like I don't really like playing any passive character, and that's not really a mark against supports because there are aggressive supports, but like I don't even like playing Mag or like I want to play a proactive character. Like I want to play just in general.
I think that
just wanna take an angle
legitimately,
and shoot
legitimately, like you can play Rocket proactively, but I think that the community always harping on like Rocket being a simple, easy character that's just supposed to heal bot is also part of the problem, because I play Rocket very proactively. And Captain Coach, when we played, you know this. When you're diving, I'm diving with you. Like oh, there's a Punisher, I'll fight with you. Oh, you get pulled in, I'm gonna Rocket ult you. Like you can play Rocket absolutely proactively, and you should. That's the reason why I have such a high win rate on him. But most people, like, yeah, you can sit back and hold right click, and there's a chance that you're going to get carried, and that's what usually is going to happen. You're coin flipping that way. But like all of these characters which are seen as passive, you can be proactive with them, but people just don't do it. And that's my issue when people start talking about supports and how they're supposed to heal bot. I'm like, you're never going to carry, as a support if you heal bot. That's just it's not going to happen. You're going to coin flip, and like maybe you can get really good at it, but for the most part, if you want a 55 to 60% win rate as a support, you have to be active. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly agree that this is a problem with supports and all roles. Like people are super passive on like Magneto, and they think that like them playing Magneto and just sitting frontline and never taking space aggressively or like pushing for a kill or making a proactive play, like they deserve to win. And it's like, no, you have to actually do something. Like you have to actually make a play or take an advantage that's there. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that.
Maybe the ult charge decrease will inspire people to be more proactive with their ults too. instead
I'm
of
telling
like
you right now that
reactive.
that one is a crazy one to me. I
Yeah.
was already doing really well with the fast ult charge. With it being
Same.
even faster now, that's
Hey,
you
here-
get that, you rip it right away. I'm
You,
telling
you
you.
might be
And I
able to
think- I
just
think
hard
people-
farm off the dino, like
Yeah,
on damage.
that too.
Like
Yeah.
on
Yeah, true,
damage,
true.
it just oh
Yeah,
like
this-
in-
Wait, Mills. Next season, I'll play Rocket, you play Dino. Why'd you just keep ripping that back and forth?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, you just go main for like half a second, and Rocket has his ult
Oh,
already.
that's actually fucking nuts. I'm gonna be the biggest ult battery of all time. Let's fucking
And
go.
that's good though. It'll also differentiate like heal botting rockets that are just waiting with their ult versus proactive good rockets. Like I think seeing an ult change like that is good because again, like people who are more aggressive and proactive with their ults on rocket will be rewarded since they're gonna have more uptime on the ults now.
Yeah.
So,
I also think
I like
Rocket
that change.
Rocket ult is like that's a big skill, like a point of skill expression. Like it's really, I'm fine with that being a very common Rocket ult. Like it's fine, like or Rocket ult being up commonly, because it's not like a lot of other defensive ults that are just like, or it's not like other support ults that are purely defensive. You have to time it right, or it can just get completely countered. Because how many
Yeah.
rockets like pop ult in the neutral when their Luna has an ult, and then they just mirror it and kill it? Like it happens way too often at
you
all
can't
ranks.
mirror that.
Yeah. So
unless you're super coordinated and you're all calling the same
yeah,
targets, like,
yeah. Or you
then
have like
you
a
can.
combo. Yeah.
Yeah, but
You have to kind of get a feel for it. Like you gotta.
feel out your
Yeah,
team,
feel
see
out
if
your
they're
team,
they're invested enough to want to coordinate that much. Typically, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the final character. Where we could mention the team ups. They're not that important. No, we'll talk about White Fox. So basically, what they did here is now in White Fox form, when you actually hit. So like when you actually hit people, you're getting less heals, less burst heals.
This is their melee form, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're increase healing amount provided by the surrounding aura during Fox form awakening from 25 to 35, and then reduce the burst healing generated by each successful attack during Fox form awakening from 35 to 25. So basically, the Fox form awakened state, you need to be constant. Like it's gonna give you constant healing more, but when you're actually hitting, it's not gonna give you as much burst. Because there was some situations where like a Fox was able to just sustain through like a ton, like a lot.
You could
of
literally
burst.
sit there and like just tank some like
Right.
almost dive
Right,
heroes if
right,
you're able to
right,
brawl
yeah.
somebody.
Right.
Pretty sure you're still going to be able to do that. It's only
Yeah.
10 healing per second at like max uptime. Most of the time,
Right.
you're not even getting max uptime. So this is to me a buff,
And then
it's a buff to her passive healing.
The passive
really.
healing is going to be impactful, especially also for like lower rank or newer White Fox players who might not be as good at like tracking and brawling and potentially just like popping it at the wrong time. They're going to get more default value out of it for sure, which maybe is a good thing. I don't know. What's the play rate on White Fox? Did we like need more White Fox players? Maybe. I don't know.
this character is busted. Like,
She's like what,
I
top 3
definitely know
support?
I definitely think she's one of the best
Yeah,
supports.
actually.
But do people? Is she popular though? I think she
yeah,
is.
top
Yeah.
3.
Oh yeah.
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 Captain Coach is right. She's the number 3 spot.
See, I'm trying because I'm now. You got me thinking the same way, Mills. About like I like to think. I enjoy thinking about what is their reasoning behind this patch, right?
Right.
Like it's a good question to ask.
Yeah, mostly this. I mean, if I think of, I think mostly this. I think it's just trying to get rid of some of the super frustrating like brawl trades that you can have with White Fox, where it feels like you should have an advantage, but the second she stabilizes even for a moment and then continues the brawl against you, she just doesn't die.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're kind of trying to get rid of. But you can also just use the form to like sometimes just get out of like long range damage, because it's gonna have the extra 10 per second.
I mean, she's more forgiving to play when you're playing safe. She's safer.
Yeah,
you get more healing, and
yeah,
she
that's
gets more
true.
healing with her ult. This is a buff on a character that, in my opinion, didn't need it. I think it was directed at lower rank White Foxes because I think they know she's a popular hero, and in higher ranks, she's probably getting abused a little bit. So they're trying to shift the power a little bit. Again, though, I just think if you're going to target a hero like this, why do you need to overall buff her? Why can't we actually do a real reallocation instead of just giving her free 20 healing on her ult out of nowhere? Like, where did that come? Why just throw that in? Why not?
Yeah, actually, that's a
That's
good
like-
point. Like this top part, I think is reasonable,
It's reasonable.
Yeah.
but
yeah.
this does like it just feels
This is
tactical,
like
this
The blessed
attack
by
is
the
buff.
9 healing. That's the right click during ult, right?
Yeah.
Or no? Okay. Just want to make sure it's not the each stomp. It's specifically the right clicks that
It's
you
the,
target
it's the
your allies
tails,
with.
yeah, that you send out.
So, I mean, maybe they're just doing that because I feel like most people, myself included, I feel like the visibility of that right-click doing anything feels low. Like, when you're ulting as White Fox, do you even notice who she's right-clicking? I don't. So maybe they're just trying to give more I mean, they could have done it a different way by maybe giving it a different effect or doing something, but I could see why they're going for something like that because I do think it's very unnoticeable right now. Like, when she is ulting, I see her, she's big, I see her stomping and healing, but I don't know who she's blessing with this buff. It seems like unimpactful, but maybe it's just a skill issue. I don't know.
I think that there was an argument to be made that this character needed a nerf going into this patch, and she got a buff instead.
That's
now,
true.
I'm not going to argue that she needed a nerf when they buffed Phoenix and buffed Star-Lord and didn't really nerf Invis and didn't nerf Gambit, and like there's like 7 things that they should.
She's the best 1v1er in the game. She's even better than Invis.
Yeah, but like this made her a little worse at 1v1ing, which I think is like
true.
Like
true.
Like before, like I could actually kill her as Thor, but if I missed a single lightning like on her, I actually lose the duel. I probably could miss 2 lightnings on her now and probably win the duel most likely. I need to test that, but
I think that top paragraph, like you said, like it makes sense. It's that second line that you're just kind of curious about. But you know, she seems like she was like probably one of the more balanced supports still, other than that like that 1v1 ability to like brawl you. But like I said, like that, it seems like that's what they're trying to address with the first paragraph.
The problem with the 10 healing reduce is you needed 2 full people with full uptime on her to even burst through anyway. So she's still going to be able to 1v1 people, no problem. It's just, can you kill her with 2 people or with the damage imp in 1? So she's still going to be able to do all the broken stuff. Now she's just better in games where it's too risky to go in. Now she's going to have more options. This is a buff at all ranks. It's a terrible change. I think this is probably the worst change of the patch, honestly.
Really?
I wouldn't go that far, but I do agree. I don't really think that they should have. I think that they should have just done this top change and nothing else, most likely. Or honestly, you could have done this top change and then you could have just made the hit 25 and then that's it. Like just a nerf. So like not compensate with like more healing just passively, just keep them both at 25. Like, and just nerf her that way. Like, make it so she only gets 25 on hit, and then just keep it 25 passive, and gave her no buffs to her ult. And I think she's still a top 3 support in the game. Like, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is like it's like a skill flaw. Like they need to be able to keep themselves always able to sustain through everything. I don't know. Just throw in some like 3 unknown characters, make them heal bots, so you can have characters stay distinct. Like I don't really see the point in the passive self heal aspect of the melee form. Like that's what we're doing. Like it can feel sharp. Like the hero's unique because of that. Like
she has better lifesteal than Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
What are we doing?
How did Blade still not get nothing?
Wait, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, where's Blade in these patch
talking,
notes for real?
Okay, real quick, I just want to talk about this real quick, and then let's talk about Dino. We Dino riding, that's cool, but this one is is this the shield?
The ice wall. Right?
This is her ice wall, right?
Yeah,
yeah, I believe so.
Just doesn't matter.
With the fact that I don't know, the fact that Emma got buffed like in the patch notes and gets this, she's gonna feel like
I actually think
2.0, bro.
Ice wall is surprisingly really annoying to play against if you're playing like the Thing. Like I played the Thing and like it's like a group wall where if you try to disengage, you just get walled off. It's mad annoying. But anyways, okay. I want to talk.
It's not that insignificant of a change too. Like 9 meters to 12 meters. What is that? That's like a 33% increase, or yeah. I mean,
You know, it's and you get to match it further away.
When you like pull the crystal out of someone, when you use the team up on that crystal, it almost instantly kills it. I thought that was a broken interaction. Is that still in the game? Because I remember testing that in the early access, and then I tested it a few weeks later, and it was still there. Like, you could kind of one-shot people with the team up? Is that still a thing?
You can do that? Wait, so you just pull out the crystal and use the wall?
If you pull the crystal and throw the wall at it, it almost instantly kills the crystal. Like,
I remember that.
There's weird interactions with, if they're full health, it leaves the crystal on 1 HP. Like...
Are you sure it's not just them comboing off the wall with like a kick and stacking the damage? You know, the one shot combo. Are you sure it's not that?
You know what? Actually, give me a minute. I'm gonna open the game and test it, and then like move on.
Okay.
Yeah. Like go on to the next thing.
Let's
I have the rank 1 Emma was in my chat earlier. I wonder if he's still here.
I want to get everyone's review on the patch notes from a letter grade. A plus being the best you possibly
Wall
can
deals
have.
damage.
F being the worst patch that you've seen, period. Like, out of every single patch, what is y'all's grade? You can do plus minus 2 at the end of it. I want to start off with you, Death. What's your grade? Your letter grade for 8.0?
I think I just give it like a C. There's some balance adjustments that are kind of like tweaking where damage is and where strengths are at. Some are interesting, and some are just kind of like, given a little buff to Moon Knight and Squirrel, like that stuff is fine. But the lack of a direct nerf to Daredevil or Gambit's ults, or actually addressing some of like the main hitters, like I can understand not really touching Black Cat. She's new still, and they kind of just like waiting and see. But there's a lot of like really impressive stuff like that is still going to be the same thing going into the next season. A lot of the bans are still going to be the same. So, I
you said C? You said C?
yeah, I'd say a C. Like
C?
there's some stuff in there that I agree with, and there's some other stuff that just kind of like I think like overall like the stuff that's in there is like semi okay, but it's the stuff that they left out that I have an issue with.
Gotcha. Okay, Greg, what's your letter grade review?
I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, if C is indifferent, like, I would say C. I just, in general, am normally indifferent to patches overall, because at the end of the day, I'll take any changes. I played this game a lot. Any changes to the game, whether they're good or bad, I just view it as exciting to experience something new. We're all on the same patch. It's fine. The only reason I get upset with patches is, like, I guess I just want to see more, like, systematic changes rather than specific ones. Like, things that we talked about, like, getting rid of double bans, or things like map
the
rotation,
old change,
or like tenacity changing, or doing some kind of risky thing like adding passive healing. Like, those are the kind of changes I care more about in patches. When I see like all these patch notes, it's like, yeah, I mean, I have like maybe slight opinions on, this is a good patch, this is a bad one, but for the most part, I don't really care that much. I guess I'm glad that
sounds like a Hulk one trick. No, I don't play Hulk. I don't fucking care. I'll play
exactly. No, I
I
mean, I like the Deadpool nerf. I don't like the Phoenix buff. But other than that, everything else for me, I'm like pretty indifferent. So that's why I would give it a similar rating, like just kind of middle of the road, C or B or D, whatever you want to call middle, because I like the Deadpool nerf, don't like the Phoenix buff. And then pretty much everything else I'm indifferent towards. And I just wish we would see more of those like systemic changes, or something addressing toxicity, like, we're gonna do a new way to ban people,
like
those are the
like
patches.
that. I got you.
Those are the patches that I look for.
So you probably
and,
really like the
yearn for.
7.0 patch, right? Like you probably.
Yes, I was so excited for 7.0.
We gave that really high marks too, I think.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, they're trying something new in the game. They're introducing a new, they changed all ult charge and like reduced it systematically. Or 7.5, they're introducing this new thing, tenacity. Like, those are the things I get excited about. Gotcha. I don't get that excited about just like micro hero changes, even though some changes are good, some are bad.
Right. What about you, Captain Coach? What's your review?
D minus.
D minus.
Barely above failing. You got no tenacity revert. Now you got to ban Star-Lord. You got to ban White Fox. You got to ban Black Cat. You got to ban Phoenix. You still got to ban Gambit. Emma's now on the table for banning, and Viz is riding off into the hills laughing. Got away with one. Cheaters running rampant. Fuck all y'all. At least we got a Dinosaur though.
That's gonna be in the intro. You're really right. Let's go.
D minus.
Not
quite failing.
Gallus, what about you?
It's hard not to be like swayed by you guys' takes, but like I was originally gonna say B, but it's because I'm like indifferent. And if I want to be honest,
you got that
about
Mr.
like
Fent bump, bro.
about
you better be
rating
putting
it
this
B.
shit on A+. Mr. Fent meta, baby.
Bro, I was doing that
When I was streaming, when I was looking at it last night, bro, I was like, if I took the Mr. F change out of this patch, I'm looking at it, bro. What does it fucking do? What does this patch even do? What does it change? Like, it's just, like Star-Lord's now fucking the worst guy I've ever met. Like, fucking Mantis is impactful. Like, Mantis will be cool to see changes in what she does. But like I'm with C, to be honest. I don't think it does a whole lot. Didn't see a blade buff. Like, didn't have that again. Something that always sticks out to me is like team ups are on life support. Like, the new hero gets a team up, one gets a single balance change, and that's it. but we
Yeah,
will
they
throw
are.
the item
'Cause
shop onto
I
Black
think
Cat.
team ups are a lot of effort. Like it's probably maybe. That's
I mean,
probably why.
yeah, but they want to put absolutely every ability they can think of onto every new hero to the point which half of them become useless or like slop, or it's just like too
Right,
much.
yeah,
Devil Dino has a bleed mechanic. You could have told me in the trailer he didn't have it. I wouldn't have cared. Like, it's just all this extra stuff. Like, Black Cat's item shop, if you're asking me, she would have been a complete hero without it completely. And then you have 6 team-up tier abilities that kind of hit or miss for a lot of situations.
Oh, yeah,
except,
you
you know,
could
you're
use
looking at the
them all as team.
Invis
I
and,
see
like, the
what you're
CC
saying.
clans.
Yeah,
I mean, sure, like, yes, there's a high ceiling.
Right.
But, like, that could have been distributed as 6 new abilities in team-ups for the cast. And it wasn't. And I think those give patches a lot of texture and a lot of new stuff.
That
to
is,
look
it feels
forward
super
to.
light. They
Yeah.
changed one
Right.
and they added one and that's it. That's very
Yeah.
light. That actually does
especially
feel really
for
light.
especially for like a seat. Like we're not going to like a half season here. We're going from 7.5 to 8. So I
Yeah.
kind of
Sometimes
expected the patch
they
to be a little
don't.
bigger.
I bet you that 0.5 will have a lot. Sometimes they do that where
Yeah.
the 0.5s actually do a lot of team up changes. Maybe they won't, but that's happened in the past where it's like even though you think that the 0.0s should be bigger, they're not always bigger.
Hopefully they just remove White Fox on that one.
So okay, so I think I'm actually gonna give this a B minus. I wanted to give it a B plus.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually am pretty high, and I'll talk about why. But I'm a little pissed off on this patch because like I said, I've been a chronic Deadpool tank pool abuser, and I understand how broken he is, and he desperately needed a nerf. And I'm like, okay, we nerfed him, let's fucking go. He's needed a nerf for a long time. That's fair because I understand how good my character is, and it's fine. Let's fucking nerf him. Cool. It's not fair that Jean, Daredevil, Black Cat, fucking Gambit, Invis don't get the same treatment. Like,
Yeah.
that to me is unfair, especially when my character is good against, my character's good against Invis. My character's good against Jean, and those
Right.
characters don't get meaningfully touched, and my character does. I think that's fucked up, but I do agree with the change on paper. I think there's a lot of dumb fucking changes, like the Star-Lord change and shit like that. I don't give a shit about any of that because I'm just gonna be one tricking a dinosaur. Like that's why this fucking match is B minus.
I don't understand.
Dinosaur
how
raises
anyone-
the grade.
care.
Dinosaur
Like,
raises the
I
grade.
literally
You will
don't
be
care.
one-tricking him, bro.
I don't care
It's
about
Dino buff.
balance. Fuck your one clips. Fuck your peeling. I'm Dinosauring. Like literally. Like that's all I'm gonna play. Like if y'all want to duo, I'm gonna be on Dinosaur. I'm just letting you know.
I'm
Dude,
actually gonna,
fucking
like, change
someone
my-
needs to
change my
be the
grade.
Punisher.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that,
No,
that
no,
team
no.
up.
I can't.
Dude,
I
it
can't wait to
shares
tell my-
healing, apparently. It's like a mini
Yeah,
soul
yeah.
bond.
Yeah.
What's
Let's-
the deal
oh,
with that,
let's
bro?
go. That's actually sick. That's
But
actually
it's
sick.
potentially
Wait,
terrible, but
wait.
also potentially like incredible. Because if you pick something with splash, they also share some damage, so it gets more
Oh,
value. So
I
like
love
you
how
and
much.
But if
I
you
love how
Jeff
much it
beam
gives me
someone,
here. It just gives me so
Yeah.
much. Unlocks ancient judgment ability. Okay, thanks. What the fuck does it do? All right, all right. Like, what do you-
I'm just-
You need right
They
there.
really don't care about team ups, bro. They can't even be bothered to type the team up team up summary.
I'm just excited to tell my punny that I do it with to ride me.
Oh, that's
Looking
funny. Yeah,
forward
that's
to
what I'm
that.
saying. It's the homie
Looking
writing
forward to
duo. Yeah.
Just,
yeah, you
Ride
need
me,
to do
bro.
that shit.
Homies.
You need to do
Ride
that
me,
shit
bro.
with the speed boosted dino, and
Yeah.
it will
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
it will be
Oh,
so
wait,
fun, man.
yes.
It's
See,
gonna
this
be
is,
so
this is why we
fun.
need Trio Q and Celestial because we could
Yeah.
run that
Oh my
shit
God.
down.
Yeah.
We could
every
do that
fucking game.
tonight.
All right. We meet in play. Let's run it down.
Okay.
That's-
All right.
But
Think
yeah,
it would
no,
end it.
overall, the patch is kind of ass, but
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you guys give it grades as good. But
I like I said, it's just literally the dino. Like I actually don't care how strong the dino is, and I don't care how he's balanced. I know that that's weird, but it's like something about a dinosaur just like brings me back to childhood.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like let me just. This is my toy box, and I'm a dinosaur. Like that's it. I don't
That
care.
just sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And adding in the laser beams is just like
I
a
know
perfect
it's
touch.
so
Like,
fucking good.
He definitely
It's
shakes
so
it. I
good.
love how fucking big he is, bro. He's fucking enormous.
Yeah, it's just.
I can't
insane.
wait to see what happens with that. Like,
It's gonna be incredible. But yeah, I mean, is there any ending thoughts that you have on the patch on 8.0, or just as a anything you want to say about 7.5 as we're leaving it? We're at the very tail end of 7.5. Any final thoughts?
revert tenacity.
No, okay. No, that's that. I
Or
could
fix
agree with
it.
that. Or fix it.
Yeah, tenacity needs some adjustment. It feels like a very non-impactful system that really only hurts, I feel like, tanks rather than helping them. I feel like most of the characters that trigger tenacity are tanks, rather than tanks being the ones who get the tenacity. Like, you either got Hulk, ult triggering tenacity a lot. The things just grounding on the floor, every pulse of that adds to tenacity, like, adds towards tenacity. The rogues combos, like, I just feel like tanks are not benefiting from it as much as they should be, when it seems like it was designed to help tanks. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised whenever I see an ulting Hulk and he gets CC'd to death and he literally tenacity doesn't trigger on it. But if Hulk is juggling someone, he'll trigger tenacity.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's because he's partially CC immune, so he doesn't get all the free little boops and stuff that you would normally get because you're a CC.
Yeah.
So Thing doesn't benefit from it. Hulk doesn't benefit from it. Bubbling doesn't trigger it for you. So tanks actually get hurt by tenacity. They actually get hurt by it, like most of them do.
I think they could. Maybe it'd be too crazy, but like doing something where they get like more tenacity stacks per CC, like tanks do as a passive or something like that, would be a step in the right direction. Maybe it'd be too broken. Like if you get double, like maybe you get one stack of tenacity for if you're not a tank, and you get 2 per CC if you are a tank. Maybe that could be something that helps.
That could work. There's a lot of ways they could go about doing it. I got a video that I posted on my channel, YouTube Captain Coach, if you want to go take a look.
Shout out his channel. Shout out.
Yeah. If you want to go take a look, I got all my thoughts on there. But any other closing thoughts, guys? Changes you'd like to see the game outlook?
I mean, like, I was going to say something about tenacity. They added that because of Dino. That's why they did it. They brought the system in early because they wanted to test it. But, like, dude, he's fucking enormous. This is Monster Hulk as a base hero. Like, I don't know what else to say, bro. Like, he's got hard CC. He's got his ult is trampling and constantly knocking people up. Like, it's got to be why, bro.
Wait, he's for Dino? All right, I actually love tenacity. I love it. Thank you.
My buddy called it.
I'm a propagandist now from now on, just about Dino.
It's Coach Chill.
That's it. Exactly. Coach Chill. Let's go.
My buddy called it the Hulkasaur. Actually, I thought it was pretty funny.
Hulkasaur. Oh, shit. That's what he is.
Yeah, I don't know about Band-Aid system like that, man. I feel like just balance the game. Because, they introduced the Band-Aid system and they have to make adjustments around it anyway. So it's kind of like,
Did you hear about the, it's like the head of like, he's like the head at Marvel that does all the collaborations with everything. He wants like rivals to have like over 200 heroes, and there's like a plan already for like most of them. Yeah. How's this game going to look when there's 200 fucking heroes in it? You could play like legit anything. Yeah. Like a ban list is worthless when there's 200 fucking heroes.
I can't wait for season 99 when we're asking for a 20th band slot.
No, Invis is gonna have double jumps, 2 shields. She can shield herself.
I'm optimistic when it comes to that. I think more heroes will continue to help, because I do think fundamentally it's impossible to balance anything ever, really. Like no matter in every competitive game I've ever played or seen, nothing's ever been fully balanced. There's just like eras of one power system versus another. Like, it's impossible to fully be balanced, but maybe if there's such a bulk of content and characters, it won't even matter if it's not balanced, because there's just
like
too
the
much.
Movie It's the Incredibles theory. If everyone's super.
Yeah.
They could take a note from the balancing in that movie. Like the physics in that movie,
because there's are
actually balanced.
I don't know if you ever watched that movie, Gallus, but there's like this really popular movie on YouTube called it's like We Should Only Buff, or like buffing is better, or I forgot what it's exactly called, but it's like the idea that buffing is generally better than nerfing. It's like I can send it to you, but it's actually a really great. It's a video that might make you think a little bit about.
I'd love to see it. Yeah, well, I'm like a cynical perfectionist.
Because the argument is that like buffing feels good and nerfing feels bad, and ultimately, regardless of what you do, the game is in a state of like. It's always gonna like defer to like the lowest like power level, basically. So it doesn't really matter. Like at the end of the day. Like, if everything's power level is 200%, or if everything's power level 50, but, like, making things power level 200% is generally, like, more fun and engaging. That's their argument.
I feel like
I'm bastardizing their argument,
interested.
But...
I'm interested, like, as a very, like, brief response. I disagree with that fundamentally, because I feel like it doesn't have enough mapped out theory on this space that you're actually pouring power into. So like I disagree with power creep in hero shooters in general, because yes, you can raise the power level of everyone, but it actively degrades every single individual matchup. Like you have a sledgehammer that's getting really good at being a sledgehammer, and you have a concrete that's getting really good at being concrete, right? And it's always going to block whatever sort of damage, right? But the sledgehammer is going to get better and better and better at smashing through it, and there's less and less wiggle room in the Thing versus Panther, you know, because now he's got 5 seconds of grounding and low ranks
but like
and shit like
the
that.
argument is like eventually the Panther has the pierce that goes through the fucking, you know, the counterplay, and then the Thing gets the counterplay, and then the Panther gets the counterplay, and then the Thing gets the
exactly
counterplay.
right. Because
make him
then
fly.
the
Just make
Panther
Black Panther
has
fly.
no answer to him right now. At like the moment they introduce the Thing, basically is like, you can't stop Panther. The only way you interact with him is you put down a circle of turning the hero off on the ground. You don't interact with him at all.
Right.
Like, and we just keep going in that direction.
But then the next buff we give is like, if Panther triggers enough marks, he gets CC immunity for 5 seconds, or like I don't know.
But
Like
again, he's not interactive. Like, what is this fucking matchup? That's bad.
I'm
But
just
then
saying.
you get CC immunity piercing abilities, and then it's like,
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's just like power scaling in comics, you know, like eventually, like, you know, Superman is losing to a street level villain, and then eventually he's like fucking God. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He was holding back the whole time.
Like, no,
like Dragon Ball Z.
I know this is not Marvel, but I fucking hate the Flash TV show for that exact. I don't know if anyone's seen the Flash TV show, but that motherfucker.
Barry, you're gonna have to run faster.
He literally loses to a goddamn like fucking just a random ass guy. Like he just loses. This motherfucker can run the speed as like light, and he just loses to random ass people because, like, I don't know. There's not really, you can't really write a speedster. It's like impossible because they're too fast. They just shouldn't.
Dash from The Incredibles. That's a good speedster. Right
I mean,
there.
yeah, because he can't run fucking faster than you can, you know, blink. Like he's not that fast. Like he's fast, but that is actually probably one of the best written speedsters. I'm not gonna lie. I love Dash.
100%.
I fucking love
figures out he
Dash.
can walk on water. Oh my god, it's my favorite movie.
Now I gotta
love
fucking
it.
rewatch Incredibles, bro. What the fuck?
The music, the storytelling, the restraint with like the power scaling. It's peak. Incredibles is peak. If you haven't seen that movie, that's what superheroes should be right there. That's a good ass movie, man.
Oh, that's actually okay. Random tangent, random side thing. Fortnite just announced their Overwatch collab. I know that's super random, but you can actually play as Tracer, like first person in Fortnite. Do you ever think that Rivals will do a collab, like with a different IP? We don't really have to because we have so much material.
I can't
but
wait
we
to.
could do.
I can't wait to kill a dinosaur with Mario.
I kind of hope they don't.
You don't want to. You just want to keep it Marvel.
yeah, they've already done their own stuff because Marvel had done stuff with Fortnite. So I think Luna's in Fortnite now.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
like
think so.
technically they have, or they're
Well,
just
no,
doing it with
I'm saying something in ours.
already
Like
existing, or
we
something in
play as a
ours,
character.
yeah.
We play as a character. Like if they did like a DC collab, and we could play as. But I thought that I was never gonna be able to play as a dinosaur until we got like DC allies, and I get to play as Beast Boy. Like that's what I thought.
I think it's
I thought Beast Boy would be
really
the coolest
unlikely
fucking
unless
character.
like genuinely it's kind of something like, you know, a K-pop skin for Luna. Like I think it's
Oh,
probably
okay.
like
Oh, I see
cosmetics
what
for
you're
like
saying.
the ones that will sell
Oh,
the
you're
most.
saying like a K-pop Demon Hunters skin
Like
collab.
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
I mean, I
maybe
think we
that
could
could be on the
easily
horizon.
see-
I think they're
Yeah,
mostly
this would be-
concerned
this
with
would be fucking
expanding
cool.
the Marvel universe. Like
I think we'll definitely see like just skin skins that are from other IPs. Like I also think about like I know Overwatch had
Ooh,
like a
Charm.
My Hero Academia collab, right?
Oh,
where
okay.
Reinhardt had the All Might costume. Like I could see them doing stuff like that in Marvel too eventually.
Okay. Yeah, I can fuck with
Just
that.
like random
I can fuck with
other
that.
skins. I don't think they would add characters though from other IPs. I think that would be weird.
What about streamers? My life goal is to have a Captain Coach Hulk skin. That's my life goal.
Let's.
I think
You're
they would- I
basically
think that would-
fucking Banner. Like you're very close. You could do like a Banner cosplay, be mad easy. Like
I mean,
it'd
Coach,
take you
they
like
already
a
added
day.
a skin for both of us, Maestro Hulk. So.
There
Oh,
you
shit.
go. Old man, the old man Hulk. I love it.
All right, Death in Gaming. Where can people find you if they want to support you, if they fuck with your vibe, if they like what you're about?
I am Death and Gaming on YouTube and Death_and_ gaming on Twitch. I do a lot of educational guides and stuff like that. I'm a Psylocke main, but I flex to support and tank as well. Rocket and Cloak and Dagger, Cap, Rogue. I got a few things in there. So yeah, if you're looking to improve mostly your game sense, you can find me in those places.
Death makes great videos.
yeah,
I can
yeah.
vouch.
Well,
Definitely give him a look.
Greg,
Thanks for
where
coming
please-
on, Death.
Please, I have a entire playlist on Rocket called Rocket Science to make you be a more aggressive Rocket. So Rocket players
Let's
out there.
go.
I like
Let's
that
go.
name. I like that name.
Oh,
Rocket Science.
Greg, where
Yeah.
can people find you? Where can people support you or hang out with you if they like you? If they like your vibe?
Just GragAlbert everywhere. GragAlbert on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. I try to stream on all 3 platforms, Monday through Friday. Try to post content everywhere on, all the short form, YouTube Shorts, Reels, all the stuff, TikToks. But yeah, just GragAlbert everywhere. That's,
He might be one of the most liked people in the community, I would say.
a lot of people say that. Man.
That's actually
Yes.
hilarious that y'all are so alike, but y'all are perceived completely
I
opposite.
thought you were going to say that's actually
It's
hilarious
actually
because I hate you.
crazy. Like, I have never met a single person that dislikes GragAlbert. I've never met someone that dislikes you. And I every fucking day I get a message. Wait, do you really fuck with Captain Coach? And I'm like, yeah, of course. He's like, they're like, what? Like, how do you like Captain Coach? I'm like, bro, like I have to defend my like of Captain Coach, and I've never once got a negative comment of Greg. It's actually so funny. Y'all are like the opposite. Devil on your shoulder, angel on your shoulder. It's so fucking funny. It's
I don't
actually
get it
so
though, because
funny.
I get toxic all the time. Like, I don't know. I get
That's-
angry.
You
got the
say
vibes
that,
down.
but you definitely don't. Like, I know you don't.
Or maybe, the thing is I usually only get toxic at people who are like being toxic to me. and
Yeah,
I'm
but
just kind of,
that's
Yeah.
fine.
No, you want to hear
That's
something
not
funny?
The same thing
We-
that
we were-
Captain does.
We were playing earlier. I was legit crashing out on this Punisher for what I said earlier. We said keep him alive, stagger him so we could kill him later. A guy goes in and kills him. I'm flaming this Punisher. I'm like going in on it, and then all I hear like often like once I stopped and the dust is settled, I just hear it's just GragAlbert laughing like. I'm just
well, that's the thing, it's like when sometimes other people watch you, Coach, and they're like, "Yo, Coach is so toxic." But when I watch Coach say like go on those rants, I'm just cracking up laughing the whole time because I know him.
It's like,
That's
bro,
why,
I think it's
that's why-
pure
that's why
comedy.
I love it too. Like it's great. It's like therapeutic watching.
I'm
Captain
like, guys,
Coach
I
crack
don't
crash
think you
out.
realize that he's not serious.
someone in my chat just said ethical toxicity. I sometimes I go a little overboard, but necessary evil is what I call it. Anyway,
And,
I'm also
uh,
being a little toxic back to the toxic
Yeah.
people sometimes. You
Yeah.
know?
yeah.
If you got a good clapback, you gotta put it in
Yeah,
there.
of course, of course. If they open the floodgates, it's like, yeah.
Right?
All right, Gallus, where can people support you, bro? Where can people watch you climb to rank 1 Fent? Or watch
Yeah,
us
we'll
climb to
see
rank
if
1
I-
Fent. Yeah, us climb.
See if I
carried
can stand
by
it. I'm Gallus OW on most things. I think I'm at _ Gallus on TikTok for some reason, but like main places are YouTube and Twitch, so it's Gallus OW there. And I make content talking about the design and balance of the game most of the time. If I'm not, running it down on Fent or playing Adam.
Let's go.
yeah.
You're really good, solid
Love it.
design takes too. You're like one of my
Oh.
favorite creators to look for the design takes.
Well, thank you.
Hey,
Same.
we'll glaze all around.
W. Captain Coach, where can people find you? No.
We already went through it.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Appreciate everybody
I'm so-
tuning in, man.
Yeah.
And for you guys coming on in the clutch, man. Really
Let's
appreciate
fucking
it.
go. Yeah, no, I really
it's
appreciate
fun.
you guys for coming by. It's
Sorry, I got
sick.
so heated. It was just talking support gets me all riled up.
But yeah, anyways, bye podcast. Bye guys.
Bye.
Press that subscribe.